Months.
Just go.
We're on
Smoking on top fives?
Don't worry, we're not on live.
We're just not, it's okay.
I didn't even play the song. Holy shit.
Honestly, like all our intros are kind of unique like this. So what happens.
What's up, people?
Just hop
Live
on
from
the
the
air and ask the question. We'll figure it out.
Wow. So
Wait,
we're
seriously?
student newsroom in it?
Student newsroom?
We're student newsroom in it? That's what we're doing?
Just text me, bro. I'll figure it out.
All right. Well, if you're still here with us, there you go. That's what we needed.
Palette cleanser.
Touchdowns and Tangents, live from the new Good News Sports Studio out in Manchester, California. Is that where we're at? Inglewood?
Manchester Jace.
Yeah, this is your NFL spot. Thursday night spot for topical takes and NFL tangents. I totally flipped that, but it's all good. Shout out to X Squad affiliate. Shout out to FPC Radio. Shout out to your favorite podcast app, YouTube, the Good News Sports Facebook channel, the Good News Sports YouTube channel, and anywhere else you can find our great content. touchdownstandtangents.com. I'm PD Camarillo.
I'm Kenneth Frank Chisberry.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of shit to talk about this week.
But like not like a lot in terms of like 7 things. There's really only like 3 things to talk about. Just like
Let's talk about it.
So first, you want to just start with this Cardinals Packers game that just happened?
The replacement game.
The Cardinals were definitely always going to lose this game.
Hey, so imagine Thursday night football, right? Having the worst rep, getting fucking Jaguars games every year.
Ugh.
Finally get a good game, right? Aaron Rodgers, a star power. Kyler Murray, 5-1.
7-0, 6-1. Now they're both 7-1.
2 MVP candidates, all right? And everybody got COVID.
And then AJ Green just like gives up at the end of the game and lets Rasul Douglas get a game-ending interception. On
The Raiders
Douglas,
cut him.
bro. Amari Cooper like can just acclaim Rasul Douglas on his taxes from when he played for the Eagles and how badly he used to kill him on those double moves. Like that's the closest thing to like reparations you could probably play a person. Like I've never seen somebody get cooked that badly. Like I've seen white people try to like make like black delicacies. Like I've seen.
All right, we get it. Rasul Douglas
I've
is
seen string
trash.
bean casserole.
We get it.
That badly cooked, but
We get it.
somehow,
West Virginia corners.
Yeah, don't trust them. Don't take them. But he's like, you can't play safety, so he just has to play corner. But whatever, it is what it is. Fantasy football. By the way, as far as like
Kyler Murray only gave me 11 points this week. He's been my top player in one of my leagues, my auto draft league.
Yeah, and I had Edmonds on my bench, which I feel stupid about that because he actually scored a touchdown and put in some work today. That'd be nice. But honestly, for my paid league, I'm so loaded on offense at receiver and running back that I'm not really gonna miss him. But in this TG and Sports fantasy league where I'm whooping up on people and I'm like 5-2, I'm very high up on the win-loss ratio. I'm struggling a little bit. It's I have like no running back. AJ Dillon was my starting running back. That's how bad things are for me right now. And fucking Zach Moss, bro.
But yeah, point is the Cardinals they lost to a Packers team that didn't have Devontae Adams or Allen Lazard. The 2 top receivers.
Really just Devontae Adams. You don't have to mention Allen Lazard.
That's their top 2 receivers, pretty much.
Randall Cobb scored 2
outside
touchdowns tonight.
receivers.
Randall Cobb is going to always be a top receiver for Aaron Rodgers as long as he can play. First, it's Tanyan. Mercedes Lewis made a hell of a catch. I don't know if that counted as a touchdown. I think it did, but he made like it didn't count, but it was an amazing one-handed catch. Himes from Courtside Radio. Just pop on the mic real quick. How's your fantasy football lineup going?
The mic/camera.
Exactly. Can't really see you.
We can't crop the white dude out.
I can pull it back.
so that we're not bunched up.
You don't have to
All right.
move, Pete. He just has to get closer. Jesus, like you're on my lap practically.
I forgot this man's a professional.
He is. He's set up many of cameras. I mean that in like the most Chris Evans. What's that dude's name?
The most
Catch a Predator? Is his name Chris Evans?
toxic work
I
culture.
mean that in the most
I mean that in the most don't report me to HR way.
I mean that in the most non-Batgirl Ruby Rose kind of way possible.
Chris Hansen style.
Yes, indeed.
Oh man, fantasy has been great. That interception was wild. I just couldn't believe that AJ Green's head was completely in the other direction. Like he was not turned around. He was not ready for that. Like where was he mentally?
Still in Cincinnati, probably. He's like, damn, I leave.
The ghost
I'm the
of
franchise
Cincinnati.
receiver.
He had Thursday Night Football PTSD.
And now Jamar Chase is a much better receiver than him now. That's crazy.
I've been trying to trade for Jamar Chase for weeks now with my coworker in our fantasy league.
I hate myself for not drafting him.
I told her to draft him.
I had rookies, and I'm just like, I had a list of rookies I was going to draft, and at the last second, I changed my mind. And also,
Why?
I had a shitty order. 2 drafts, I had a shitty order. 1 draft, I got all the top line players, so I didn't need to take rookies necessarily.
Yeah.
But like, you get Tyreek Hill and Stephon Diggs. Everything else after that is like
Icing on the cake, man.
yeah, pretty much. Even though I have no running backs in one league, I don't know how the fuck I'm making it.
So like with my league, when we drafted, I drafted with every pick that I wanted being taken off the big board already. So I had to go with my plan D's.
That's the worst.
So I'll give you the rundown. I have basically
Rundown.
Yeah, literally. I have dun dun. I have Justin Herbert as my quarterback.
Win.
I originally drafted Joe Burrow as my backup as well, right? But I had just made a trade and I sent him away for Baker Mayfield and Robert Woods.
That's robbery, by the way. That's theft.
On
That's
whose
grand
part?
larceny.
On whose part?
I would have vetoed the fuck out of that trade.
On whose part? My part. Getting
The person
Baker.
who traded it to you is dumb.
No, he's my coworker and he needed a quarterback, so I gave him one in a pinch. That's the thing.
That's a sweetheart deal because Baker's not even playing.
right.
And like Woods is, Woods and Deshaun Jackson are kind of in the same boat.
Woods is a great flex player to have because at least he's relatively consistent. He's only had 1 game this year where he went below 10 points. So I'm thoroughly pleased with that as my flex player at this point. But I have Mike Evans as my number 1 wideout, which has been a win, but it's also been a roller coaster because there are weeks where he's negligent, right?
Yeah.
Like he's negligent in terms of
Boomer
impact.
bust.
And then my secondary wideout is Emmanuel Sanders. Okay.
That should be better.
He was on waivers.
Yes.
Should have got him.
I hate everybody who got Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Hate
Well, yeah. a friend
They're
of mine.
only in your league because you have Antonio Brown.
Yep. My friend who didn't necessarily know who to draft just picked up AB, so it worked out for her. Shout out to Natalia. Who's
Somebody
doing
traded
decently.
Sony Michelle for Antonio Brown. In my
Oh,
league.
they need to
Damn.
be kicked out of the league. You can't play anymore.
Damn.
And
And
then
then
fantasy reparations.
But the funny thing was that same dude traded Christian McCaffrey for Darrell Henderson, and we gave him more shit for that trade.
and look at how it worked out.
Yeah, and actually the Sony Michelle one was worse.
The player that I think is most controversial to my team, which has worked out perfectly, has been Cordero Patterson.
Yeah.
Still.
Yep. I picked him up off waivers after week 1. I was like, I knew I wanted to draft him at first, but I ended up going with someone else. I forget who at this point.
They
But
don't even need to be named.
yeah, they're negligent at this point. But my number 1 then is Aaron Jones. That was my number 1 overall pick, which has been pretty good overall. I mean, there's only been a couple games this season where he's actually been negligent, which was the first game, of course, and then the win against the Steelers. But mostly, actually, most notably was against Washington last week. But I think that Jones is a steady running back, and it's been a really solid move for my team and just keeping me in games consistently.
Well, Hollywood Brown went undrafted in my league. Somebody picked him up. Somebody picked him up and then dropped him that same week. I picked him up.
That's
right
a move.
after.
That's a move.
I think I actually dropped. It might have been week 2, and I dropped Jerry Judy, but man, he's outscoring DK Metcalf and Justin Jefferson. He's actually my number 1 receiver, and I have Lamar. So
Wow.
I have that stack. Yeah, that's why I'm 6-1.
You're loaded.
Yeah, I would be 7-0, but DK Metcalf's fumble, I lost by 0.3.
I'm not gonna lie.
That shit was the worst.
I had Derrick Henry and Chubb as my first 2 picks.
Chubb, man. That screwed my friend too.
I have let me look at my lineup because it's actually I'm actually proud
of
of
your
it.
fantasy team, Kenny.
It's
All
paid.
right.
Fuck you.
All right. Well, then I have Kyle
Paid
Pitts.
league.
So do I.
Yeah, which worked out.
Is this
it's
a
starting
paid
to work
league?
out. Yeah, this is a paid league. Yeah, this is a paid
Aaron
league.
Jones had 24. So I got Cooper, Derrick Henry, DeAndre Swift, a godsend.
Yep.
Gesicki.
Boo.
Nah, he actually went off a couple times.
I know.
Waller, Kirk kind of did something. Edmonds gave me 15 points. I gotta start him and commit to it. I took him out at the last second and put in Sutton for I wish I didn't. But I also got Waddle on my bench, AJ Green, Julio Jones.
I got rid of that's another player I had. I picked Julio and I traded him for Marvin Jones Jr. and
sick.
Well, I had to. One was negligent in production. The other one's a trade chip for teams that need a wide receiver. That's why he's my bench, right?
True.
Then I got Jarvis, of course. I picked him up off waivers. As soon as I saw him, he was available. I figured when he comes back as a flex guy, he'll get me a solid amount of production if necessary.
I'm just mad I didn't take Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Because that's his favorite weapon.
So I already played this scenario for Kenny, but essentially I'm 6-1. I've only lost 1 game to 0.3. And I got a D- in this league in my draft. So I've just been talking mad shit. All right.
Yep.
So this is the only guy I haven't beat. He's the league commissioner. He's a dude who made the controversial Christian McCaffrey trade. So I really want to win this week. So this is a scenario that I'm in. I have DK Metcalf and DJ Moore, Chuba Hubbard, and Zach Moss. So I need to play 3 of those players, basically.
Anyone other than Zach Moss.
You think so? He's
I-
playing
he's
against
my-
Miami in the rain.
Yeah.
And Singletary hasn't done shit.
Because the
Somebody
thing
offered me
is,
Josh Allen for
the thing
Calamari
is,
earlier
he could
today.
have 4 yards and 2 touchdowns in the rain and
Yeah.
outscore DJ Moore.
Anyone other than Zach
And
Moss.
Sam Darnold
All
As
has
right,
a guy
man.
that had Zach Moss.
a knee.
All right, man. If he goes off for 20,
Well, then
there's more vape hits in my future.
that's the way the news goes, to quote Rick.
And totally sorry
I
I
don't know,
missed
man.
that.
So
What was
he
it?
said he said I should bench DJ Moore. You're saying I should bench Zach Moss.
Yes.
So I'm still split. I guess I gotta find a third opinion.
Do you definitely need a running
My
back?
vote is actually DK Metcalf, honestly.
Well, do you need to go with a running back? Or
That's
can
the
you,
real question.
Yeah, is this your
Well, I
flex
have a
position?
flex. I have a flex, and I have a wide receiver and a running back spot open, basically.
So you have to start a running back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have to. So I'm probably gonna start Hubbard for sure.
Well, then there you go. Then go with a wide receiver for your flex.
2 wide receivers.
All right. Well, I hope
Why
it
not?
works out.
I mean, I hope it doesn't work out because I have to start Zach Moss and I have nobody else.
Like
literally.
he's like, I wish I had this conundrum.
You know what?
Bro,
I'm
how am I
glad.
so stacked in one league and
The
dead
privilege.
ass in another league?
I'm
Dude, that's how
talking
it
with
goes
privilege right now.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes
I got
sometimes.
Joe Mixon and Alvin Kamara. Thank God.
I wish I had gotten in more leagues like towards the start of the draft period. I wish I had joined the Good News League, and then I wish I had done one with Courtside because I'm only doing one with Fox Sports. But there were some mistakes.
I mean, we could do
I'm fourth.
FanDuel, honestly.
I'm
We could
5-2,
we could
bro.
do a Good News FanDuel every week.
I'm 5-2 in this bitch.
And then
I'm
we don't
down.
have to worry about people, falling off and stuff because it's a new roster.
I'm down.
You know
All
what?
right,
You
I'm
know
gonna
what?
set that up.
Set
Somebody
it up.
offered
Set
me
it up.
a trade, Josh Allen for Kyler Murray earlier today.
Take
And I
it.
rejected it.
Take it.
I already rejected it. I feel
Message
stupid.
him and do it again.
It's like, fam, my phone got hacked. Woo! Give me Josh Allen.
No, you can just message him like, hey, still want to do this. I mean, the only conundrum that I have is that I have both Pitts and Patterson. And I didn't want to have 2 players every week starting for my team from the same team, right? Because it just
I got like 3 years on the Cardinals. I fucked up.
Yeah, but you're going against Miami. So
well, no.
that's a
This
good
is just
vibe.
in general. I've started Pitts and Patterson every week, and it's actually worked out solely because Patterson is both a wide receiver and running back for the Falcons and also in
We
fantasy.
scored 3 touchdowns that one game. That's why I fucking lost. I
Yep.
was sick.
Yeah, see, I'm the opposite. Like I try to make those stacks just because I don't know, man. It just pisses me off when the team's in the red zone and they score. You don't get any money out of it, and I'm just like,
None.
fuck. Like when Sam Darnold was running those 5 touchdowns in,
Sick
I was like, bro, I have
Yep.
DJ Moore and Chuba Hubbard. You couldn't have handed it off or thrown it, like seriously.
I mean, my best individual players week was Aaron Jones in week 2 with 4150.
I mean,
solid.
That's just a week.
I'm sorry if you have a guy go off for over 40, like it's
Actually,
hard to lose.
you
I
want
had
to
somebody beat me, and everybody on their team scored 20 points.
because that means you could have 2 zeros
Wow.
and
That's
still be
fucking hot,
good,
bro.
and still be above
The
your
most
average.
trash dude in the league. Fuck you, Raul. His team had like the
We're
worst
naming
record.
names
All
now.
right.
I love you,
Damn.
Raul. It's all good.
All right, when I had AJ Dillon, my best win was actually week 5. All right, I
The
won.
Bengals.
No, but get this. I had Dillon on my bench, and I still won 161.72 to 153.38.
Damn.
Right, and mind you, my secondary starting wide receiver was Galladay, and he had 0.
Damn.
42 from Herbert, 29 from Evans, 14 from Aaron Jones, 18 from Cordero, 26 from Kyle Pitts, Emmanuel Sanders with 20, Tucker with 3, and Baltimore defense with 6.
Man, the crazy thing is, like, you didn't win by that much.
And he had
Like, damn.
Mike Williams drop 36 that week.
Yeah, you had that's a good fantasy game. Everyone
Right.
scoring.
And look at his bench. Carter with 14, Hardman with 16, Winston with 26, Kirk with 10.
Is this an 8-man league?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn. I was like, your league stacked, bro. Like,
Bro,
shit.
I lost one week 279 to 270.
Because, like, our highest score is, like, doing 140, 150.
That's it.
Yeah.
This is my worst matchup or my worst loss, and I was projected to originally win by it was a 70 to 30%.
I hate when this shit happens. Bro,
Fucking rough.
I
I
hate
had the
Saquon
Panthers
Barkley.
defense.
Bro, you can't just go to IR. Like, you can't just
Right?
be out.
You.
You gotta be questionable. Like, so I have
Every
to
week.
hold you on a roster spot. Like,
I feel bad
Come
for
on,
my
bro.
buddy Noah Frank, who had him, and he had
I got him in an auto draft league. Damn.
Bro,
Wow.
Yeah,
270.
you play with weird scoring though.
I'm not.
There's
Yeah.
I like.
one league.
I
Like
like
a
Yahoo.
block kick is 100 points.
Yeah, a block kick.
But
That
like
makes zero
Dallas
sense.
had like a pick 6 and some other stuff. So I'm like, how the fuck did they get to 100 points? And I'm like, I should beat this dude. Then I look at my bench. I got like fucking 40 points on my bench.
That's the worst. That's why I like the best ball. I want to start playing that. Just give me your best lineup.
Yahoo Fantasy.
Thielen has been saving my ass though. But I sit back and I really look at this roster. Kyler Murray, Zach Moss, AJ Dillon,
Kyler Murray.
Stephon Diggs,
Kyler
Tyreek
Murray.
Hill, TJ Hawkinson, AJ Brown, AJ Green, Bass for the Buffalo, whatever. The Buccaneers defense, Matt Ryan, Demetric Felton, Marlon Mack, JJ Taylor, Crowder, Watkins from Philly, Kareem Hunt, and Dawson Knox.
All right.
Interesting.
You notice how we were able to talk about our fantasy team
Explain how
without
I'm 5
listing
and
off
2,
our
bro.
players?
No, but that's how trash my
I
lineup
listed
that is.
my entire roster, though. To be fair,
Explain
really,
how
though.
I'm 5 and 2.
You kind of
How am I 5 and 2? I beat like all the best teams in my league.
dude, I'm
And
5 and 2. I'm 5 and 2 with that roster, the one I just gave you, where I have Cordero Patterson as my number 1 basically against Aaron
At
Jones.
this point, they have nothing else because Mike Davis ain't getting touches.
No, and he walked off the field injured last game.
I would just walk off the field, period. Though. You're not even giving me touches. Bro.
I'm
Why
not-
am I here?
How do you
calm
deal?
down, Vernon
How do you
Davis.
deal with your kicker or your defense on a bye?
I'm dealing with that this week, and I
Play-
picked up
Whoever's playing
two
the
things.
Jets,
that. But I picked up Seattle's defense just because of the matchup this
Yeah.
week, and then I picked up Greg the Leg.
I wouldn't do
I
it.
tried to get Seattle. I couldn't get them. I tried to get Cincinnati. I couldn't get them. I tried to get the Chargers. I couldn't get them.
Why do you act like Seattle's defense is good?
They have a good matchup. They have Jacksonville.
Yo, Trevor Lawrence is eventually going to go off. You know that, right?
Yeah, it's
It's
just
gonna
take
fucking
time.
happen.
But they just have big ass receivers.
Seattle's
Seattle can
trash.
play with big ass receivers.
Seattle's corners are
They
what?
can't play with fast receivers.
Seattle's
They can
corners
play
are
with
what?
big receivers.
Jamal Adams is pretty much a linebacker. He gets no picks like that.
No,
Anyways, the point is I had the
It's a
Saints
dangerous
defense.
The best in the league.
I have the Saints defense, so they're out. But the thing is, I didn't want to drop them because after – well, no, they're not off. They were off last week.
You're losing.
Yeah.
They have Tampa Bay this week. So I was thinking about keeping them just because I know they get picks versus Tom Brady.
Yep.
But then I was like, I really need to win, so I picked up Cleveland.
All right.
They have Pittsburgh this week.
Yeah, no,
Skip to the
that's a good matchup. That's
We'll
good
see,
enough.
man.
That's good enough. It's going to be high octane.
I had
both
to
ways.
drop fucking Daniel Carson though, which hurt me. Because one, he's a Raider, and two, he's been scoring.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
And I had to pick up the Broncos kicker, McManus.
You poor bastard.
My opponent this week, his bench is the funniest sight on the planet. Look at this. All red. Alex Collins, questionable. Devontae, COVID. Wilson,
literally all
IR.
red.
Carson, IR.
Everyone is literally red.
Lazard, COVID. And Montgomery, IR. Las Vegas is defense is the only thing on his bench that would be available.
That's fucking.
And look, it's a starting lineup. Tunyon, he played.
Trash.
And then DeAndre Swift is questionable.
He's been questionable every week with that groin injury, but I'm just like, until
Yeah,
he's out, I'm starting.
Yeah, you got a blowout on your hands.
I'm hoping.
That team's low-key trash, bro.
I feel
He
bad.
has a 2 tight end stack.
And look at what his name
Or do you
is.
play with 2 tight ends?
No.
No, you just put a tight. Come on, bro. You put a tight end in the flex. You really thought that was gonna work, bro?
I've done that before.
It's
TJ
worked out.
Hawkinson gets you points every week.
Bro, I put Cordero in my flex as
Like they have to throw
not Cordero,
Hawkinson the ball. Who else are they gonna
who
throw to?
did I put in? I had
can't do
Ricky
tight
Seals
ends.
Jones and Kyle Pitts, and that worked out.
That's dangerous. Ricky
That-
Seals Jones.
Too
He
much
shows up
risk
every
for
once in
me.
a while.
That's
That's too much risk for me.
it every now and then it can hit or it can miss, but when it hits, it hits.
It's beautiful.
Well, I picked up Umo's. How do you say his name?
CJ Uzuma,
Uzuma. Yeah, there you go.
steal.
Umus,
Yeah,
Emu.
yeah.
He can't
Was Zach
enunciate
Ertz out
words. He has Floyd Mayweather disorder.
Where he can't
No,
read.
I can read.
He can read, he
I
just
can
can't
read.
enunciate. Mayweather can read, but he can't enunciate.
No, he
has a-
can't read.
He can't.
He can't read.
He has
Come
a
on,
stuttering
bro. You know
problem.
he can't
Why
and an
are you
enunciation
trying to
problem.
defend this man on his reading
I'm
issues?
just pointing out his glaring
Dude.
flaws.
Yeah.
You can
No,
read.
no, no.
You
You're
can't be
like
that
trying-
rich and not be able to read.
You literally
Fuck out of
like
my
took
face.
the bread loaf out of the bag,
You can't
and
be
instead
that
of cutting
rich.
it like a slice, you literally cut it down the middle like a human body.
It's
Like,
fucking
what is
sick.
this?
Like it's like a dabber.
Yes. What are you doing, man? Don't try and split hairs here. If you made the comment, own the comment.
He can read, just not good at all. There's no aspects of his reading that are actually
He needs to get hooked on phonics.
like the opposite of
Dude,
his
that
career
couldn't even
record
help.
is his reading. Like, but you can't be that. You can't have that much money and not know how to read.
How do you?
Oh, man.
My first thought
He's
is
already like wasting Take Davis. By
no,
the
no,
way.
no. If you think about it, like
to read for you.
no, my worry.
Nah,
Well,
man,
no,
he
no,
didn't
no.
do shit
Like
with none of his
legal binding
fighters.
documents. Like my worry. First thing I hear or think about is this man in a room where he's signing documents with the police, and they point out the fact that no, this man can't legally read, so it's not a binding contract. That's my thought. Like this man can really get away with saying that he wasn't able to sign the contract because he couldn't read all the
That's smart.
details.
Yeah, that's smart. That's a loophole.
Like I would go like, man, that might actually come in handy if you get basically listed as not mentally inept. What's the term I'm thinking of? You're not
That's some Tyler the Creator shit. I can't read.
pause.
We all know that's not true though.
He had a skit. He
I
had
know.
a skit that started
I
with that.
remember his show on.
Loiter Squad,
Yeah, I
Adult
remember.
Swim.
Yes,
Is that what it was called?
Yes.
legendary show.
It literally felt like you had
Oh, it's
the
called
rainbow
Off Feature.
loading screen
Yeah, it
from
was like-
Mac, just like
It's right
loading,
there.
loading. ...
I just wish him and Earl sweatshirt would be cool, but it's kind of sad how that ended.
Life, man. Doris was the like creme de la creme of Earl sweatshirt. That whole album.
Pretty much. All I know is Fred Ocean is still born.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Let's have
I
a
don't know.
I was gonna
conversation.
say I don't go outside is decent. You can't look at me and say that's accurate. It was Earl's early stuff was great.
Earl's early stuff is what I like.
I mean,
It
like with
was
Tyler,
funny,
too.
It was creative. It was all over the place. Like I Like I love that shit. Like Doors, like I get you. Like it was more of like a complete concept. It was like a creation, but I don't know. It's too. It was too hit for me personally. Like I didn't knock it like that, but I respect it. I listened to it.
There's a track off of. I'm trying to remember the album right now.
His album,
Ass Milk?
Not future album.
No.
That's my favorite Earl verse. Addicts arise when I rise. Something. The crackpots.
Something.
Yeah, that shit was hard.
Wait, what the fuck? Where's the album? It's not on Spotify anymore.
Yeah, a lot of these cats are taking all their shit up. Like Alex the Kid needs to put her that song "Go" by her and Rhapsody back on fucking streaming sites because that shit was a fucking R&B classic. I was slept on.
I'm trying to remember the song. It's off of
and the
Wolf.
remix.
It's off of Wolf. Damn, I'm really having a brain fart right now. It may be from Rusty, but there's a line from there, a verse from Earl to end the song, and it was just creme de la creme Earl Sweatshirt.
Yeah, Earl has bars for sure. For sure.
All right, can I point out the elephant in the room?
What?
Indeed.
Mac Jones is really starting to prove himself as a New England Patriot.
We did have
a bet, a Jason bet, that I said the Patriots wouldn't win more than 10 games.
Are you going to see them this week?
Yep.
They're like a receiver away.
Where are you sitting at?
I'm sitting with Mark Bland, host of Sports Talk with Mark.
I might pull up to that game with y'all, honestly.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Where at? What section?
I forget.
I think he's in the 200s, right?
I'll be like, hey, bro, you got an extra ticket?
He doesn't have extras, but you can definitely find some.
Bro, it's like $50 for a nosebleed to a Charger game.
And then just come all the way down to us.
Yeah, you could just stand there. Or you can get a standing room ticket for $100.
And then just walk down to us.
Yeah. That Raiders game was...
I
felt like family. Yeah, because you left before halftime.
I was never there.
You fucking left before halftime.
Whatever you do, don't eat the hot dogs. All right.
You ain't taking street meat. You ate street meat when no one told you to eat street meat. That's your fault.
Just like
you ate parking lot street meat, dog.
Well, just like now as an adult, I have to avoid those great hot dogs that you can get outside of Dodger games or all the concerts on Hollywood Boulevard. Like that just tears my stomach apart.
The thing is, though, at least those aren't like dehydrated and like soggy looking. Like
how can it be dehydrated and look soggy? Soggy implies that like there's some type of extra moisture in it that's just making it floppy.
I'll put it to you this way:
a floppy
the fucking hot dog looked like a fucking old ass man.
Is it like a condom that's wet on the inside and dry on the outside?
Man, fucking wrinkly ass dick.
So it's like,
oh Jesus!
And the fucking bun looked like Kobayashi dipped it in the cup and was about to fucking eat it. And
you still bought it.
It was fucking $8. What was I gonna do? Throw it away?
Yeah, or give it to a homeless person? Not a homeless person.
So they can have dysentery?
I guess. Anyway,
by the way, how we could
stay away from the sofa.
Did you not see Full Metal Jacket?
He clearly didn't.
Better you than me. Looking down at the guy that's dead. Better you than me.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Boston.
Yeah.
Red Sox game. They're out of the playoffs now, so fuck it.
I got to see the best Red Sox game of my life. In Fenway, I got to see
Aaron Judge wasn't there. That's why.
That's first postseason game of my life at Fenway, and I got to see a grand slam for my team. I got to see an absolute domination. Like the series didn't go the way that I had liked, but we are showing enough progress to where with the new rebuilding, the whole rebuilding that we've been going through since the Mookie deal, Chaim Bloom has figured out how to shed money while simultaneously keeping us with contention and growing our farm system. Like we are consistently maintaining relevancy after just 1 year. Think about that.
Boston sold their soul to be good. I don't care what anyone says.
Boston's what?
They sold their soul to be good. The Angels fucking are just ass juice every year.
Because they don't get fucking pitching.
When they have pitching, they don't have hitting. When they have hitting, they don't have
Red Sox pitching.
They haven't had pitching since Weaver.
And what they fucking do with Irvin Santana's bitch ass.
That was like 15 years ago, 20 years ago.
Yeah,
People
and
don't
even
forget.
after that, and even after
It's been
old
a
boy
long
died,
time, bro.
People don't forget. Angel fans never forget.
tell me about it.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking Dodgers fan pretty much at this
You're
point.
not a Dodger fan.
Yes, I am at this point.
I'm a Slam Diego fan.
No, you're actually a Padres fan for real, for real.
Are you actually?
Yes,
I
you
mean, why
fucking
not?
scum
You
of the
guys
earth.
stole away a great
Why not?
manager today. That was a great move. I can't believe Oakland let him walk. I couldn't believe it. Like,
Oakland fucks up a lot of things now.
well, dude, they're just not inclined to spend
TV.
money.
Fucking sports teams, politics, education, black youth.
They're losing every sports team at this point, and it's so disappointing.
Their high school teams are starting to fucking feel it too. Like all the legendary high schools, Oakland Tech, Mac, fucking Bishop O'Dowd. Like they're all hurting. De La Salle can keep doing what they do in high school.
So we were
football every
talking
year.
about this off air earlier, but the secret to having a high school powerhouse is just throwing Bishop
in
at
front of the
beginning
name. Bishop or Grace. Grace
Yeah.
Brethren, nice.
Bishop Himes.
Bishop Good News.
That
Bishop
sounds like a
TDT.
powerhouse.
I like the.
That sounds like a
TDT.
that sounds like a
Yeah.
powerhouse.
I'll
Like
take that.
Bishop Barry High School.
I wonder
Tell me
if
that
we-
doesn't sound.
I wish we could get away with it being Rabbi Himes just for the whole. The
Oh,
sake
we'll
of
find it.
it.
We'll find it.
But that wouldn't work.
Like,
You know,
what's
you
the
put-
name of a Jewish school? We'll find a way. I'll throw the name in there. We'll figure it out.
See the
Sinai
difference between
Yeshiva.
that? Imagine
Cyanide? All right.
Si-
What I said?
not,
I don't know. I said cyanide. My brain's stupid. Right?
bruh.
I was thinking of Cedar Sinai.
That's where I was born, not Senior Cyanide.
Okay, Bishop Sinai High School. There we go. It's a fucking go.
Bishop Cyanide High School. Yeah.
No,
It's,
not
yeah.
Sinai.
It sounds like a school where Harley Quinn and the Joker attended,
Bruh.
like bad middle school.
We're gonna have a meth lab and a wood shop right next to each other.
Yeah, they have like sick, like after you kill someone, like putting them in makeup and shit.
Those
like, stuff
Halloween
like
parties. Those Halloween parties are the shit though.
that. Dude, that
They throw the greatest Halloween parties.
Did you remember Blade with Wesley Snipes? The first, like going
third
into the
one?
show.
Okay.
No, the first one where they go in and like there's that bloody bathroom at the end of it, like as everyone dies. That's what I envision that like being like. That party would be like that. Like
I feel
everyone
like they
would
do
be
nothing
bloodied
but
and
music
murdered.
videos like that though. They
Bro,
would shoot nothing but like
did you
dark,
not watch
depressing
horror movies?
Yes, they would just shoot nothing but dark, depressing horror movies. At
what do you
Bishop
think of the new
Sinai High School.
Halloween?
Huh?
Did you see the
Trash.
new Halloween?
It's trash.
Did I see the new Halloween?
Yeah.
Oh no, Halloween Kills. I haven't seen it yet. I'm a big horror movie buff, and
That's not horror. That's
kind
just
of a
comedy.
Skip. But
I mean, it's
The third one's
not-
coming out,
yeah, I heard it was just a
so they're
setup.
gonna close it up.
Yeah, it's definitely like that. Like,
It's a bridge.
yeah,
I heard Eternals is gonna
Like-
suck.
he fucks some
Yeah, I
shit
heard
up,
that too.
like for sure. So it's cool if you're into that. But like, I don't know. I thought.
Oh,
the
he
first
killed
one,
a gay couple,
the
so
first one had a
apparently he's
much
getting
better-
canceled now.
Wait, what?
He killed a gay couple and everybody complained about it. I was like, he killed a black dude for nothing. How many people has this dude killed children? He fucked his niece and then killed her because she was running away from him. Like, did we forget
Man,
that
there's
one?
a whole Reddit thread on this.
Of
Like,
Mike Myers, like horrible shit that he's done
Oh yeah,
just in the 80s.
no, but
I'm still mad he killed.
we
So-
talked about this on
Oh, girl.
Courtside. I said he's like America's lovable, scary uncle. Like now,
that you
everyone.
don't want to cross.
No, you don't. And the funny thing is, it's
'Cause
only
it's too pussy to kill him.
you see so many shows about where people don the mask of someone already famous in a town for murder, right? And then they end up going and killing them. And then you see that guys who dress up as the Joker and go into a movie theater and shoot it up in Colorado, right?
yeah,
It's only a matter of time until someone takes like a mainstream mask, just because as time goes on, it's more likely. But imagine someone starts walking around some city with a Mike Myers mask on
The
and
cl-
starts killing people.
like the
Clown
killer
thing.
clowns.
The clown thing was the thing, but no, they knew not to pull
Yeah.
up on certain people.
Yeah, no, that's why
They got fucked up. Those clowns getting stomped out.
Nah, they were fucking some shit up though.
No,
It was
in
scary,
certain
bro.
places-
That was scary, bro.
Bro, run
That
up
was
on me in
scary,
that
yeah.
clown shit. I'll kill you.
I don't know,
I'll
bro.
find out you're human
I-
and still kill you. I'll
honestly-
rip your face off with my
honestly-
teeth.
Honestly, I'm your friend. I've had a show with you for 5 years,
I've been in murder
but
situations.
I'm just saying.
If I got anything is a
I'm
weapon,
just
dog.
saying, in a handicap match, you versus 4 clowns,
Okay, now
I'm
we're
taking the field.
okay.
I'm taking the field.
I'm killing 2 of them at least.
I don't know, man.
I'm turning.
Bro,
it
how are you
one and a
turning this
half.
into at least with your life? Like that's the shittiest turnaround. Like at least
fuck
I
that.
killed 2 on my way
Hey,
out.
dog, what happened?
No,
Kenny killed 3 of those motherfuckers.
no, it's either all or none, bro.
Okay, hey man. Sometimes when it's your day to go, it's your day to go. If it's 4-on-1, I gotta know. Okay,
Wait, are we talking about
I don't
clowns
have
that
to
are like?
ask God for forgiveness about what I'm about to do right now. If there's 4 on 1.
Are we talking about like tiny clowns coming out of a clown car, like 4 of them, like Smurf
I'm not
size?
even giving him a chance. I'm throwing rocks at the car. I'm getting the jump on you first. If I can get the jump on you. If I see a clown on the corner, you don't see me running up, sleep.
Man. Kenny,
Stop. That's a hate crime right there. But I don't
quit
give a fuck.
clowning around, Kenny. Quit clowning around. Yeah.
Do I look like a bozo to you? That's why it's a beef with Tommy the Clown.
So
and
Kenny's
Gardena.
gonna be
No, you-
targeting clowns.
It's not like I
No,
got
you look
homies
like-
who hate clowns. He has a lifetime beef. Desmond went to high school together to play football. He has a long, eternal beef with Tommy the Clown because he did something disrespectful to him at his birthday party as a kid. He hates him forever.
Dude, this
And I
does
don't
not
fuck with that.
sound normal, bro.
I don't-
The way
bro.
you said that.
Bro, he had a clown collars on Crenshaw and Crenshaw and Rosecrans.
Now it
For a
sounds
little
like a
bit.
horror movie.
He actually had a clown collars right there for a little bit, and then it didn't make money. But, bro, I'm telling you, if a clown run up on you, if 4 clowns run up on you, there's at no point you're not going to make peace with God and then make a deal with the devil to kill these motherfuckers. I'm just saying.
I feel like
hypothetically,
that whole
you got to go to a dark place
I
if
feel
you're
like-
getting jumped.
I feel like Himes will
You
slip
can't be
through a
nice
fence.
about getting jumped.
He'll slip through a fence and then just like drop a credit card and be like, "Hey, we're good."
That's racist. That's actually like really fucked up too.
I'm just saying.
It's not even a race thing. It's
You know
more
he
of
has
a
a
class
black
thing.
belt, right?
It's more of a class thing, if anything.
I mean, you might have
You think
burned.
a fucking clown gives a shit about my goddamn credit card when he's coming at me with a
I don't
machete?
know, man.
He
And
might.
mind you,
No, he
I want you to
might.
know
He
that
wasn't trying to
story,
kill you and take it anyway.
might.
that backstory you just gave about your friend who's definitely afraid of clowns.
No, he hates the clown. Like
All
they have beef.
all right, all
Like
right,
he said something.
all right. The way that you made that story sound legitimately sounded like the first 2 minutes of an episode of Law and Order SVU. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, you made it sound like this place was going dark where the
It's a
clown
gift.
college, some
Dum,
kid
dum,
had
dum,
something
dum,
happen to him when he was
dum,
like
Because some of there's not pedophile
Well-
clowns out there. What is good
John
about
Wayne Gacy.
Yeah. It's funny. I was listening to Craig Facts earlier, and he's like, there's a connection between serial killers working at like restaurants, like fast food spots. Because think about it, you're working near food. You don't get to eat for free most times. You're being deprived while you're like helping other people. I was like, damn, that's a fucked up connection. I think about all the fast food places I've worked, and I'm like, am I a serial killer?
Jason.
Like if pushed a certain way, especially if it's like 4 clowns versus me, you're just gonna look at me different afterwards.
Kenny.
Like Kendrick said, ever since that day, I was looking at him different. Yeah. How can he survive a beatdown of 4 clowns?
Bro, you wouldn't beat down 4 clowns. If anything, you'd become a clown and your clown name would be Ephus.
Honestly, that's
No,
probably what I
Amram.
would do. That's
Amram.
probably what I
No,
would do.
Ephus.
You would join
I
the
would
fucking
join the clown
the
gang.
unholy fraternity of clowns.
I mean, you said I'm the clown chaser, right?
Hey, man, it's either die or clown around. So I'm going to clown around.
Bro, we're all gonna die tonight. Then fuck that. Not us right now, but
The
I'm saying
hell
like,
you mean we? That's
That's
a
what I'm
you
saying.
comment for
That's what
you.
I'm saying. I'm like, I don't mean like particulars of the situation, but if it's a situation where it's 4 on 1 in real life, you know you're probably gonna get jumped. You're gonna lose, but you can take 2 out.
Do you,
You can
really
take a
know
2
you're
on
gonna
1.
lose though?
If it's a 4 on 1, and I mean, you just said y'all talking like, oh, it's a 4 on 1. I would try to cut a deal. How the fuck you gonna try to cut a deal, Pete? How you gonna cut a deal with a 4 on 1?
If you have a clown,
They
who's
came
pretty
here to do some
negotiable.
shit to you. It's the inverse of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Come on, bro.
They came here to fuck some shit up,
Come on, bro.
and you're the one who's gonna get fucked up.
Come
There's
on,
no,
bro.
They ran out of pizza, and
You
you're
see
on the menu.
my big ass head. You think I wasn't made for this clown life?
They're gonna fuck your car.
See,
They're
that's
gonna
my
throw you in
elevator
your car.
pitch, right? That's a good elevator.
You could either end up as a clown or you'd end up like Channing Tatum and This Is the End.
Put it like that.
Wow.
That's dark. That's really fucking dark.
Wow.
This is gonna-
Wow.
I would have the
I'll
inverse
take
of
the
that.
clown.
Hey man,
I
you'd
might
still be
become
alive.
Jonah Hill
That's like
minus-
but that's a step up because you'd still be alive in that scenario. The rest of us might not. Like we'll still like be dying and going to hell. You'll still be on the earth while people are getting dragged the fuck down to the bottom.
Wouldn't you think I'd probably be like a mixture of Emma Watson,
I'd rather just go out. I mean,
Kenny,
fucking somebody up, but like you don't know what happens to me the rest of the movie, but I didn't die, so you know I'm probably okay.
I just want you to know as your friend, you are nothing like Emma Watson.
Thankfully. But I'm
What's
saying
wrong
I
with
would have
Emma
done what she
Watson?
did.
Wait, what's wrong with Emma Watson?
Nothing.
Yeah.
You was
you got
saying
Emma Watson beef?
No, this
This
No,
is a
she's
pro
a
Emma
great-
Watson.
it's more like I would
she's
have
a
given Emma Watson
she's
beef.
He's a
great-
pro Emma Watson.
It's more like I would
I'm
want to give
pro
Emma
Emma
Watson
Watson.
beef. That was the point. You didn't get that. You missed
No,
it.
I didn't.
Why are you trying to give Emma Watson beef?
I don't know.
No, you missed it too. Never mind. Never
What
mind.
the hell's wrong with Hermione Granger? What'd she ever do to you?
She could always get it. What are you talking about? I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm saying
hold on.
she could get the
Did
beef.
you just say the international ambassador of feminism can get it?
Yeah, there's some. Hey, man, opposites attract sometimes.
Did I hear that right?
Opposites attract sometimes. First off, I always thought Emma Watson was hot and smart. So
But
there's that.
You see that
Look,
order?
she's.
I was sad when she cut her hair. I was like, fuck.
Did you see it in the order?
No, she's a beautiful and attractive woman, but also
And intelligent. I would want her to smoke weed and like have her talk about shit. It would become a podcast.
She's genuinely a very fascinating woman, and I'd love to actually learn more about her, like personally.
Yeah.
I mean, just like we always can probably look at actors and actresses, see what they do on the side and behind the scenes, and go like, those are real people, and I'd like to know them.
Real people who do cocaine.
I mean, how do you feel about Alec Baldwin killing somebody? Like,
I feel for him, man. Look,
they said it was a cold gun when they hit it.
Yeah, apparently everything behind the scenes points to the fact that he had nothing to do with it. It was just that people did not do their job properly.
The assistant AD.
Yeah, and they didn't do their job properly by checking the weapon, making sure it was cold. And then also when they were doing reports came out saying that a guy like Nicolas Cage on one of the other sets that they were filming on, she fired a gun while like shooting at targets right near Nick Cage, and it went off. And he yelled at her saying, "You almost blew up my fucking eardrum," and then demanded that she get fired.
Wait, the chick who got killed?
No, the one that's the armorer, the woman in charge of actually maintaining the security and the safety of the weapons being used.
Because the story came out about a dude who almost took that job, Rust, and he was like, "Yeah, no, y'all don't have y'all shit together." And actually, it's actually normal for people to get killed on movie sets like that.
Brandon Lee.
And some people still say the Chinese government had something to do with that because they didn't want to.
Nah,
I'm like, but it's China, so it's like, don't rule it out.
Look, I mean,
like, don't rule out a clown being outside once we leave here. I'm definitely committing a hate crime.
I will say
if they don't act right.
So for people like that that are tuning in, I'm a black belt in Shotokan karate. So I've
shit you can't spell, so you know he got hands.
Jesus Christ.
And a couple of judo flips.
No,
if he tries to say that, he'll get a brain aneurysm. Say what he just said.
Fuck no.
Hey man, I respect it. Like, you got to know your limitations, even in martial arts. But
all he needs to say is black belt.
Yeah, right. And the benefit is I get an automatic Halloween costume. But going back to what I was saying was right. I've heard stories about that being a possibility too. The whole China, some business backdoor dealings with China had set up to ultimately kill Brendan Lee, and that's what ended up happening. And it's scary and it's sad. Feel for that family, not only losing his father but losing the son, then a woman losing her husband. Just, it's not fair.
His daughter was talking shit to a couple of directors recently about like his legacy in movies or some shit like that. It was actually, she made a really pointed point, and it was about like Asians and how they're seen in media. And it's like I think it was about the documentary that came out about him a couple years ago, and she was not feeling that shit at all.
I heard that.
But yeah, man, it's trippy. So like, fuck clowns for real. Like, if you take the time to dress, but if you take the time up to dress up as a weird, creepy clown and try to scare children or run up on adults, you need to get robbed. I want to hear that on the crime blotter. I want to hear you got beat up and stripped naked.
Latest notification on Citizen.
I got sold into like some sex trafficking and a massage. Like, you can leave anytime you want, but
bro, you're literally targeting clowns.
Hey, I just got a notification. Report of clown assaulting people with sign and hammer. 0.1 miles away. You got your wish.
Hey, man.
Quit clowning around out there.
I'm fat, but I know how to fight, and I know how to actually like fuck some shit up.
Are you quick though? That's the thing.
I'm quick in small spaces. I'm never gonna outrun you.
Pause.
So, I'm never outrunning anybody.
No, your statement prior to that.
Wait, what? What did I say before that?
I'm quick in small spaces.
That could go either way. That's not plausible. That's not plausible. No, that's not plausible. That's a reach.
If it's plausible, it's plausible.
You pulled a hamstring jumping off that ledge.
I mean, I see where you're going with it. So
that's a reach. Is more.
Let's just call it a push. Let's just call it a push.
It's a push pull.
It's a push.
So shout out to everyone on YouTube. We appreciate you.
Yes.
All right. So with that, I guess we should get back to football.
Because
Kenny, do you want to talk about college?
no, we still didn't talk about the fact that JJ Watt tore his bicep, his labrum,
I covered that game.
dislocated his shoulder, and tore his bicep all at once, and still played. And then now he's out for the season, most likely. This motherfucker pretty much got his arm like Diablo'd. If you ever played Diablo,
It's dark.
He
You
got
thought
hit-
my comment was dark.
oh no, I've been saving up a lot of shit for this week, a lot of kinetic energy.
What the hell did I do to unleash that from you?
It's probably the vape pen. Honestly, I feel like I got a lot off my chest.
What are we
there.
talking about? I don't know what we're talking about.
I know.
Okay, so
First Rule Fight Club.
what vape pen? What? I just had a brain freeze. Sorry.
Mom always said,
It's all right. Nobody
stupid
watches the
is
show
as
anyway.
stupid does.
It's all right. Nobody watches the shows anyway.
They're like,
You're
they
good.
listen and then are like, oh wait, their memes are legendary. But do you actually listen to shit we be saying? Shout out to Just Dope Ass Podcast. They're like,
the best memes in the market.
because they do video interpretations. Like,
Yep.
fuck Jada Pinkett Smith, by the way. If Jada Pinkett Smith was a clown, I wouldn't be surprised.
Did you ever see Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
Yeah, it's fucked up.
There you
I
go.
don't like clown movies at all.
So
I remember-
he really hates clowns. Like,
Like, I just don't
Targeting
see their
clown.
purpose for existing.
I will give you
Other than
$100
clown
Pete,
porn,
to dress
and
up
even
as a
then, that's
clown
weird.
and scare him.
Nah,
I mean,
I might punch you
give you
on
$100.
accident.
I'll be here next week. I'll be here next
I'm gonna end up punching. I'm
You
saying,
gotta-
I'm gonna
you
fucking that
can't
clown
do it
up,
here.
bro.
You got to do it someplace else where he's not expecting it.
All right.
Then I'm gonna always expect it because I'm just this motherfucker be like, "Hey, I'm outside." You're never outside my house on a Tuesday. Fuck you.
No, you can't give him like the
I know
hey,
his
I'm
work
outside.
schedule. I know his work schedule.
Yeah, you show up at work in the drive-through and then he's at the window. And you just
I'm never
looks
at the
out.
window.
All right, then go in and ask.
You might
employees
catch me
for
outside
Kenny.
and I'm
When's
gonna be
your
like,
15?
How about that?
When's your 15?
"Shit, I won't leave the building. I'm gonna be fucked up."
All
I'm
right,
like,
just
hey,
wait in the bathroom. Just
I'll-
wait in the
I'll tell-
bathroom.
Why are you
for him.
ducking clown fades now? You were just
I'm not
saying
ducking
you're
clown fades. I'm just gonna make it easy for you. If you catch me, I'm gonna give you. If you
The whole point of the $100 is to make sure
If a
like
cl-
you do
if a
it.
clown
Like,
catch me
that's what I'm
slipping,
saying, though.
I'm gonna be like, "All right, G." So we can handle this one of two ways. We can fight, or I can just
like
buy,
when
I'll
fucking
cash out your
Huey,
food.
like when Huey fought that dude in front of Oprah's.
Bushido
fucking dressing
Brown?
room. Yeah.
Not Bushido Brown. He
Yeah,
no,
it
he
was.
they did fight Bushido Brown.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah.
He ended up getting killed by a fucking old dude, Snick Meaner.
Yep.
What a waste of an afro. But yeah, bro, like it's just amazing that like JJ Watt just keeps getting season injury surgery. Season-ending injuries. I kind of feel bad for him at this point. I mean, he's Captain America, so like technically,
Wait, you like JJ Watt again?
nah, not really. He's kind of technically a bitch in some aspect because
Dude,
he's
you can't
he's
really
Captain
say
America.
that. You can't say that.
Captain America
with what
was
he
not a
just did.
bitch.
Which one?
Captain America, Chris Evans, Captain America. He was a bitch for what he did. If you know your homie killed my parents and you stop me from killing him, and then you fucking pretty much try to beat the shit out of me while I'm trying to beat the shit out of him,
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you.
he deserves to die. I hope he's a time paradox. He should have been fucking wiped out in What
Okay,
If.
All right, my big gripe
I
with
hope they wiped him out in What If season 2.
all right, so my biggest gripe with Marvel is that I personally think, right, whoever Captain America is should have the serum, right?
Yeah.
So I'm really all about Blackton America, but I would much rather have him get the serum at some point so he
He
becomes
has to be
super.
corrupted in season 2 then. He has to just say, fuck it, I'm going to take it.
I hope he does.
Or like Shuri gives him some Wakanda shit. Like here's some off-brand, like
This is
Killmonger didn't burn
probably-
everything.
This is probably better than what's going on in the Disney writing rooms right now.
Because let's be honest, can we just be honest? Eternals looks like
Because they're
shit.
just like, oh, well,
It had such high hopes, man.
And it got
Who
like
else
3
can we
stars.
introduce
People are
this
not
to
giving
sell
good ratings
merch?
for Eternals.
Yeah, but they said the same thing about Venom. Remember how that turned
Venom
out?
was fired.
Yeah, and the original reviews were like in the 30s or 40s. I forget, but
The
like
second Venom was good too.
nah, second Venom.
You got to understand what Venom is. He's
no,
an
it was-
anti-hero.
It was too rushed. It was
Yeah, it was.
that was a storyline meant for 2 hours. The best part of the movie,
That was a bridge movie.
yeah, and like the best part of the movie was clearly the last 30 seconds.
Can I tell you just so we can talk about the ending?
Honestly, man.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I know what happened. He fucking
What?
This is his thing. He loves talking.
He hasn't even seen Iron Man. He hasn't seen the first Iron Man.
Wait, hold on.
Okay, both
This
of
is
you are in the
the
red here. Both
No,
of you are
I'm
in the
not.
red.
It's not a red flag. It's not a red flag. Because
No, you can't talk about it or have the right to talk about it
I
unless
can't
you've
say what
seen
happened.
it. No, you can't. No,
That's
no.
how
You
we know
have no
spoilers.
right in the conversation if you haven't physically seen it with
But
your
I
two
read
eyeballs.
I know what happened.
I give two shits if you know what
I've
happened.
already
That's not
seen
how it
it.
works.
I've seen the ending.
Was that a touchdown earlier in the game by Adam Jones or Aaron Jones?
I mean,
No. Did he cross the goal line?
no, he didn't.
Exactly. So then the same goes for you being able to watch and talk about this crap. You
That's
have to
not
watch
fair.
it. No,
Okay.
it's fair.
But he talks about fucking Marvel and he hasn't seen the first Iron Man. And he thought Thor was
I'm gonna
trash.
get to him. I'm gonna get to
He
him.
thought Thor was trash,
Wait,
bro.
I'm gonna get to
He didn't
him.
even like He didn't even like Infinity
Hold
War.
up.
He didn't like Infinity War.
All right, chill.
Come on.
Wait a sec. All right, you're wrong.
You're capping.
You're wrong.
I can
I
admit
gave you-
okay, on Venom,
You can
I'll
admit-
admit that. But
No,
they
there's
were
no
bringing him
but.
to the
Wait. Let me
Spider-Verse.
give him heat right
so
now.
it's fair.
I'm gonna give you the pleasure of watching me give him heat. How the hell are you
That's
gonna
a
be
pause.
a good person in America not see Iron Man? What
The
the
first
actual
one.
fuck is wrong with you? That set up the entire Marvel universe.
And he thought
Were
Thor
you not
3
loved?
And he thought Thor
Are
3
you
was
okay?
trash. No, he's not okay.
Oh my god, you thought Thor 3 was
He
trash?
thought Ragnarok sucked.
Okay, so let me break it down
He
to
thought
like,
Thor first one was the best one.
what is Iron Man's superpower?
White privilege. wealth.
Congratulations. You want to compare it to Bruce Wayne?
Okay, again, same thing.
That's a red
Wait,
herring,
wait,
though.
hold
That's a
on,
red
hold on.
herring.
In addition to
The
that,
foundation of your argument is a red herring.
in addition to that, what does Robert Downey Jr. represent?
White
A,
privilege.
a successful man that overcame a drug addiction.
But white privilege, because nobody black could get away with the shit he did.
Facts.
But he's the one dude who didn't do blackface, even though we all saw him in blackface. I'm like, that's how you play a black person being a white person. He was literally method acting inside of method acting. Robert Downey Jr. is a shit. So
No,
he's
Robert
the
Downey Jr. is a good
He's
athlete.
fucking goat.
Is a good actor.
Yeah,
I'm a
for
dude
sure.
playing a dude disguised
guy's
as not
another
a
I'm just
dude.
dude.
saying, I don't.
The funniest
I don't,
fucking movie ever,
I
and it
just
gets
don't really
slept
care
on.
for Iron Man. I've never liked Iron Man. Like I never watched the Iron Man cartoons.
He
I
missed
never
the whole
bought Iron
90s.
Man shit.
He missed the whole 90s.
I was on the fuck Iron Man game.
You see what I mean? Do you see what I mean now?
Did you read comics?
Okay, look.
He didn't even like Venom.
Okay, look.
Do you watch the Spider-Man
Look,
cartoons?
Look,
Animated series?
2014 Forest Hill Drives, Iron Man.
Wow. He wrote a whole fucking hate. He wrote a hate piece
Those are my shit
in the
list.
Sundial newspaper.
Those are my shit list.
How he
Iron Man,
hated Forest Hills Drive,
2014.
and he didn't listen to it.
I did listen to it. I listened to it
Twice.
several times.
All right. Well, I will counter
Several
that.
means
too.
3.
I will counter that with I wrote an letter to J. Cole. I'm still finishing it out, but I wrote a letter to J. Cole about how
He had a concert at the Forum last week.
yeah, I know.
Totally missed out on it.
I wish I could have gone. I had work.
You didn't
I
miss
wrote
out.
I wrote to him about how KOD, that whole album changed my life and gave me a lot of different perspective and helped a lot with a lot of different facets of my life that I could identify and relate with what he was discussing throughout that entire album. So let me just tell you.
That's actually a sleeper album. I think that album is actually better than a lot of people
This is the
give
first
it
time
credit
hearing
for.
this.
Honestly, I like J. Cole. Like I like him, his mixtape, like the warm up. Like I liked J. Cole when he was coming up with Wale on fucking Rock Nation. Like I like J. Cole. I just don't like J. Cole fans who are like, "Oh, J. Cole's the best rapper. J. Cole's this."
So
J. Cole's
liberal
that.
arts majors
I'm
and
like-
most college girls.
Like he's
Also
skilled.
white liberal arts majors.
He's
Oh, there's some
skilled.
Latin and black chicks in there too, who hide their whole phase in college, but still do the same shit just at Sunday mimosa bars.
Bro, you know
See
that
you.
way too personally. Who hurt you?
Who hasn't?
He's skilled. He
Oh.
just to me,
But I've seen shit.
he just doesn't have the soul. Like
He doesn't have
doesn't
soul.
the feel.
What the fuck? Screw
And
his hair
also
out.
with that album specifically, the reason why I don't like it is because I'm really not trying to hear J. Cole sing.
I'm not trying to hear Vince Staples sing either.
Vince
Vince
Staples
Staples
is
doesn't sing.
underwhelming.
He kind of harmed. There we go. There we go. This is a hell of an interview. Let's go. Come back, Pete. No,
The
no, no.
hype of Vince Staples.
Outside was his
How is-
best song on that album.
How is
No.
How
The-
is Vince
the-
Staples over?
The hype
He's not
and
even
Vince
rated.
Staples.
He's not even
I got
rated.
you. No,
North
Vince,
North was his peak.
That's not fair. That's not
Yeah.
fair. Don't put him in Absol category. That's not fair.
Hey man,
Don't say he only has one hit. That's not fair.
chill. I'm trying to get this guy to like come back to Earth so he can go appreciate Iron Man like he should.
He won't. That's the thing. He won't. He won't go watch Iron Man. But he saw Venom too.
Hey, Vince Staples,
In
if
my
you ever
face.
see this, please know.
Tell
I'm
me
just
about the
using you as a
multiverse.
bargaining chip. I love you, buddy. But yeah, North was his peak.
See, he would
Vince
probably
Staples, the
climb.
Clippers
You need to
fan,
add him on Twitter and say that.
Clippers.
Nah, man, because I know what'll happen. I'm not trying to incite war in LA. I'm trying to show love.
I mean, you said that on Touchdowns and Tangents, so
Yeah,
kind of
did
brought
see me
war.
looking
You
to the
brought
camera
war
a
to our
minute?
doorstep.
Vince Staples has retweeted me before.
Bro,
He's a Clipper fan.
he brought war to
Clipper
this
fan.
by saying Iron Man.
It's all right. Mikhail called him out for a freestyle battle one time on courtside. Remember that when we were guesting on there?
Yeah. By the way, when
was
we going to
like,
be on Don't
I have
At? When are
more
we going to be
bars.
on Don't At Me? I'm just curious.
You gotta get in line. We got a guest list.
Oh, we
right
got to
now.
get in line. We know you're in line. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
we're doing Swish Culture next week, and then we're gonna be doing
I like Swiss chocolates. I like fucking chocolate.
Swiss cheese.
Swiss culture
baby.
is dope.
Like cheese is actually kind of fire, aside from the fact that it's like blood and mucus, but that's how they process it. So that's neither there. But cheese in itself is actually really good.
Why'd you gotta do that?
Cause like you really think, cause everybody wants to be on health shit now. So it's like you can't even enjoy cheese. I'm gonna go back to the time where we can enjoy cheese, because that's when there was like a perfect amount of assholery.
Honestly, I never liked cheese until I started dating white girls.
That explains so
Like,
much about
I
you.
didn't have cheese
That explains
on burgers.
everything about you.
I
as
didn't
a
have
person.
cheese on pasta. I didn't have cheese on sandwiches.
Dude, I don't understand
You never had a
where
grilled
that
cheese
statement
sandwich?
came from, but I want you to know that might be the funniest shit I've ever fucking heard.
I'm serious though. When I got to college, I started dating white girls.
You're a Mexican
And my
from
whole
Riverside,
life-
and you never had cheese
and
growing
my
up?
whole life opened up to cheese. I like blue cheese now. I like fucking
Basic
burrata
bitch.
cheese. I like fresh mozzarella cheese.
You
I
said
like
it right.
charcuterie boards. I like fucking all of it.
Couscous or not couscous? What's the shit where it's hot? The hot cheese.
Oh,
Brie?
no,
No.
that's not brie. That's a type of cheese. It's fondue.
There we go. Fondue. Even.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just some fat boy shit.
Well, welcome.
That's not fat boy shit.
I remember when Jackie's letter was.
Do you like
did a
fondue,
camp.
Kenny?
I fuck with some
He
fondue.
just, he
Yeah,
just
that's
kept
some fat
talking
boy
about
shit.
the fucking
I fuck with hot cheese. Wait. You need a
Jackie's.
got some hot cheese on a fucking sandwich with some man. When I was working at that deli, I used to
Chipotle aioli.
That's
make
some fat boy shit.
I used to make great sandwiches at that deli.
Why
Putting
didn't you ever
hot
make
cheese on the sandwich is the fattest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, bro, you don't want it
One? Why
cold.
are you
If I'm
hating on it?
If I'm toasting a sandwich, why the fuck would the cheese not be toasted?
Haven't you heard of panini? Like a pressed panini?
What do you
Like
think I was doing at work, bro?
No, but
I
I
made
mean,
him
like,
a panini sandwich.
I was
one time.
thinking of nacho cheese.
Oh, by the way, in Boston, they don't know how to make
Yeah.
nacho cheese,
Now
bro.
you're with
They
me?
put nacho
Now you're
cheese
with me?
on fucking pizza.
yeah.
The cheese was nasty. That bar that's right next to the stadium,
Yeah.
which is fire, they played 12 Bruno Mars songs in a row. I think the cook and the DJ were beefing. Like, they must be fucking. And like somebody fucked one of the servers because 12 Bruno Mars songs in a row, bro. Motherfucker was going through it.
Bro, 2 Bruno Mars songs I'm out.
All right. What,
12?
Sorry.
what part?
I was so drunk in Boston when they
Fitting.
finally played Tame Impala. When they finally played that Tame Impala song, I was like, yes,
All
I
right.
was right in the world.
What part? Which song did you like more to sing to? Sweet Caroline or Boston? You're My Home. Dirty Water.
I only prefer Sweet Caroline, but apparently there's some fucked up history behind that song.
What? Dirty
In
Water.
baseball, no,
Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline at stadiums. Apparently, like Max Kellerman was talking about it one day on First Take years ago.
Of course, Max Kellerman was telling us about the crazy
fucked up-
fucking story.
A fucked up line about Sweet Caroline. And I was
he's,
like, wait, what?
he's a Yankees fan. Of course, he's going
I
to talk.
know.
man.
That's why I was confused. I was like, wait, is this real or are you just a Yankee fan? Because, like,
I was gonna say,
I love that
I thought
song.
you were a pro Max Kellerman.
I love Max. Look, if Max Kellerman's out there and he ever listens to this, he is the idolization for like mid 20-year-old sports, like aspiring sports analyst Jewish guys. That's the guy that I envy. Well, not envy. That's the wrong word. That's a guy I aspire to be like down the road. A guy who really keeps himself together both physically and mentally, and albeit can give some of the most wildest takes on the planet,
great boxing takes.
is definitely aware of the sports that he's covering enough to have some conversation. might not
You
be
see,
a
you
You
specialist.
gonna put
on
out a
all.
rap album now?
But you see, like,
Because he was a rapper
wish.
back
Yes,
in the
I
90s.
remember, bro.
you see, that's what's crazy to me though, is because like I don't even see him like in that way. Like I think of him as far as sports radio, like
Yeah, Kellerman and Wiley
like
from back in the day.
the
Drive
Max-
time.
the Max Kellerman that like I really like is a dude who's just like chill, relaxed in the studio, like just being himself, like. But he's still so informative. He's able to give you like both sides of something, and then just kind of like laugh about it and let you think about it and kind of decide how you feel about it. Like that's why I love Max Kellerman.
I love it
He
too.
also fucking basically created the sports debate show. Like
Yeah.
literally. Like
Not to mention he
Crazy.
killed Stephen A on a take about Kaepernick.
Yeah. That's why
Yeah.
Tio said he's blacker than you right now. Because I was like, Stephen A. Smith once told a room full of black college students that racism no longer exists. So that's when I stopped respecting him. I already had to respect him because
I
of his
mean,
hairline.
I still respect him. Only
He told
because
black students at a black college racism no longer exists. And this was like 5 years ago.
I respect him because he is.
Shh. Fuck out of here.
He's very well respected.
He's
by
still a coon.
athletes. And
Now,
the
athletes
media-
don't fuck with him like that. They think he's a bum. They don't fuck with him like that in real life.
Nah,
They
be
play on
talking to him,
camera.
bro. Nah, they be talking.
No,
to him,
like
bro.
sources,
I'm
yeah.
gonna leave
Sources,
this one
yeah.
alone.
They
Sources,
talk to him,
yes,
bro.
but a lot of Katie don't fuck with Stephen A. Kevin Garnett don't fuck with Stephen A.
That
I'm
one's
telling
done.
There's athletes that think he's corny in real life, bro. They just
There
don't come out
are,
and
yeah,
say it.
no, there
There's
are
a
for
lot.
sure.
An
There are for
overwhelming
sure.
amount of NBA.
There are for sure, but there are also a lot of athletes that will come out of their way to say what's up to him,
True.
dab him up.
Look,
talk-
there are
shoot
more
the shit with
people.
him,
They
talk
still
to him.
respect what he's done.
Pete
Exactly.
is right. There are more out there that respect who he is and his legacy and what he has accomplished more so than there are people that dislike him.
They understand the difference between the personality and like someone who's essentially worked their way up from the very bottom, like as a newspaper fucking writer,
He told black students
all the way
racism no
to
longer
the
exists.
very top, highest paid in his craft.
Dude, you know what this is? This is a classic case of separating the artist from the
Facts.
individual. And this is the same argument people give with Michael Jackson and his music. And that's okay. Everyone has an opinion. It's the same way people can go now about R. Kelly. You can do the same thing. Don't get me wrong.
There's a lot more people who we
I
can name.
skip before it gets to the last 20 seconds so he doesn't get my 20 cents. That's the life hack.
Wow. I mean,
Smart.
with
So
streaming.
So just listen to I Believe I Could Fly, like the beginning of it.
Or just
That's the best
download it
part.
so he doesn't download it off LimeWire and
So you can get
YouTube.
On your actual computer.
so you can get
You
fucking
like
computer
actually have it
ads?
on my
Yeah,
computer?
that way you never pay him again. You just have it
Yeah.
and then you put it on your iTunes library.
computer syphilis.
Which, by the way, man, that I Believe I Can Fly. It's just like every time listen to it, you know it's coming. Still,
Pause.
it still makes,
That was childish.
it still makes you feel so good.
That's a pause.
That's definitely a pause. He just gave in at that point.
All right, so can we talk about football? Holy shit!
Yes, indeed. So
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm screwing around with you guys.
Nah, it's cool. There's not much college football. I'm gonna run through this shit.
Jones to go.
So top 25 news. Cincinnati's still second. Georgia's up there. Hasn't really changed much other than the fact that Penn State, they're ranked fifth, I think. They lost. Guess what the score was? 24-20. 9 overtimes.
Yep.
Bro.
That's a lot.
So James Franklin, just go to USC.
That was rough.
You couldn't beat Illinois. 9 overtimes.
That's a lot.
It was rough.
You only scored 24 points in 9 overtimes.
What do you
This is why they
do?
changed the rule, bro. They changed the rule going forward.
You went to school with a football team. What do you do? Do you stay?
My school
Do you
personally
go?
didn't, but UK, thank God, right?
Kentucky's now.
I
a
thought you
football
went
school.
to UK.
Kentucky is now a football school. Very short timing. Ironically
They
enough,
got clapped
aligning
by
with
Georgia.
like, the decline of Cal and UK basketball, but in small decline. It's like anything that happens. There's a recession in the economy, shit like that. But UK now is finally a powerhouse, respectfully so, and it is
Shout out to Walker.
great.
Shout out to Stoops.
Yeah, Stoops has been doing a great job. He hung in there, and things are finally working out for him.
But yeah, so what would you do in that scenario?
In what scenario?
9 overtimes.
Oh, bro,
They
I'd
probably
stand
stop
there.
serving.
No, they wouldn't.
You think? Don't they stop serving in the fourth quarter?
Third quarter.
Third quarter.
Third quarter.
Into the
Well,
third
I
quarter.
guarantee you one thing:
So,
everyone
okay.
would have their.
You've been drinking for 8 hours.
But
right?
college
Yeah.
You're like
teams
14 deep.
will keep
Yeah.
serving.
you get a bucket and pray.
I'm falling asleep.
College
if I'm
teams-
being honest, because I reach a point to where it's like, okay, I either gotta keep drinking or go to sleep. Like, those are
Get
my
some
only two
water and
options.
pass out.
Like, so at overtime number 4, I'll probably be like, I'm out.
I mean,
You
LSU,
head out. You the SpongeBob meme now. Just like
LSU
I'm
Texas
gonna
A&M was
listen
7
to radio.
overtimes, and that was a much more
I'm
exciting
gonna hit a
game.
lick. I'm out.
74-71 LSU Texas A&M a couple years ago. That was much
Coming
more
out
exciting.
in the fucking 7th overtime. Yeah, like
How much
damn.
HGH?
What point did you
and
put
what
the backups
Adderall?
in?
Yeah, what Adderall did you just pop, bro?
Shit. He on a whole new pack. That shit ran out in the third quarter. He had to re-up for the fourth and realize, oh, fuck, I crashed too hard.
Ketamine?
It backed up.
Ketamine ain't gonna be doing that much. I'll tell you that much.
Ketamine fiend over there. That's nasty. Our editor-in-chief was a ketamine fiend.
Wait, what? Like for
Yeah,
this
at
show?
CSUN. No, at CSUN.
Oh,
Motherfucker was a ketamine addict. Got called out on
Kenny
it.
loves snitching.
bro, why are you like snitching on radio so much?
Sister, fuck him and his mother. How about that? Manny, wherever you are, fuck you, eat a dick, get a terminal illness in your ass. There. Okay. Sorry, Mom. I had to say
Dude, this
that.
is on
Fuck you.
Facebook.
Nah, fuck you.
Dude, this is for the
Somebody's
public to
grandma's
see.
watching this, bro.
My grandma's not watching this.
I hope not. I'm
will,
sorry,
Someone will
Gramps.
tell him. My grandma was like, "Oh, he's just like his grandfather." But my grandfather apparently
Is that a
was.
good thing?
Like a great thing, but like he was worse than me because he was a Scorpio.
The fuck does that even mean?
I don't know what it was fucking supposed to mean.
Is he
What
a
the fuck
fucking
it's supposed to mean?
scorpion? Like, does he have prongs and shit? Does he have a tail that can
Scorpion
poison
King?
you? Dude, what the hell is this?
I just like bringing up.
Is this anamorphosis where they change shapes slowly
it
over
was show
time?
Animorphs.
No, the books.
Okay, that was my next thing if you're gonna go to books, but yeah, Charlie Bone was better than Harry Potter. By the way, if we're talking about child books, Charlie Bone was the shit. Go read it.
Charlie Bone.
It was fucking Harry Potter pretty much.
Is that
stole it.
like a 99-cent store?
No, it's actually
Black
like a
Harry
really
Potter?
good fucking book. Go read Charlie Bone. I'm telling you. And
Sounds
go
like
read
a-
the sequels. It was
just
better.
sounds like a porn star.
It was a
name.
better story. Shut up. It was a better story.
Barry
Charlie
Potter?
Bone.
Barry Butter.
That's just nasty. That rhymes too close with truffle butter. Please don't do that again. But yeah,
You got
that
a dirty mind, my friend.
You're the one who's bossing everything.
you actually did. Yeah.
I'm just saying, pause. He's taking
By the way,
it to
no.
the.
One day we're gonna have to talk about Drake being a really disgusting motherfucker because he like championed truffle butter, and that's really nasty. Like that whole situation, and the fact that he's been known. Billy Bobby Brown was like, "Yeah, he used to talk at 15."
Wait, what?
You don't hear about when
They talked when they were 15.
when she was 15.
Like they hooked up.
No, like Drake has been connected to a couple people who he talked to before they were of age, and it was weird. Like, why are you talking to underage girls?
All right,
And they let it go.
We
But
need some attribution here.
no, like it's rumors that came out. And he came out against
Yeah,
it, but it's like
I
more
agree.
than one person came out and said it. So it's like, wait, we're gonna let this go,
well,
right?
There can he go
than one
snitching again.
Yeah, that and also
It was just weird. Like,
for sure more than
I was
one
like, who's
person.
trying to put a hit piece on Drake? Because that's a weird way to do that.
Apparently you did because you
Nah,
just fucking retweeted
Nah,
it.
I didn't retweet it.
You
but I,
retweeted it live with your mouth on radio.
Yep.
I didn't do anything with my mouth and radio.
Shout out
Pause.
to Aaron Jones with 24 points today.
Sickening.
All right,
But
finish
yeah,
the
so the USC coaching drama for some reason, Carson Palmer
Mike
dropped.
Tomlin.
We're gonna get to Mike Tomlin.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
And take your tangent, so don't worry about it. But yeah, USC's really fishing for coaching hires at this point. Like, I have a whole theory that they're just gonna keep dogging the Chiefs offense to the point where the media is going to turn on Eric Bieniemy. They're going to say he's not a good offensive coach and he's finally been figured out. That's why he's not getting a head coaching job, which will then somehow force him to end up being pigeonholed into taking the USC job or just being the scapegoat at Kansas City. And I don't really.
At Colorado.
They fired him at Colorado. USC's
Didn't he play
AD
there?
fired him at when he was at Colorado.
Didn't he play at Colorado too?
Yeah, on the national championship team. But like USC's AD Because Joe Klatt called him out. I'm not really the biggest fan of Joe Klatt, but he called it out. He's like, I don't trust this dude, Mike Bonin, whatever, however you say his name. I don't trust him. He made all those bad hires. He made some good hires at Colorado and then fired a bunch of people. So it's like, I don't necessarily trust him to make the final call on the head coach. They got to find somebody who can really take the program and knows what they're doing and just get out the way. So that's kind of an interesting development. USC's, I don't know why Carson Palmer did what he did. I mean, he's got in the Hall of Fame, the College Football Hall of Fame, but whatever.
He pulled a Kenny.
No, definitely not.
UCLA kept things competitive, came down to the last.
I don't talk about losers.
drive.
I don't fucking talk about losers.
Hey, I will tell you that
Oregon
the best
lost.
game that I
Oregon
ever
won.
covered at Fox Sports, right, was the UCLA game against, I think it was Washington or Washington State, where
The 74-70 game.
yep, Dorian Thompson-Robinson came back, brought them back. The Washington State quarterback broke a
700
record.
passing yards.
Yeah, with 10 touchdowns.
It wasn't Connor Holiday. It was I think he's in the league right now.
I still don't know how you give up so many points, but
Bro, if I throw for 700 passing yards and lose, I'm killing the defensive coordinator. I'm
And it was a
spitting in the face
comeback.
of
That's
every
why it
corner
was
on the team.
worse. UCLA like came back out of nowhere.
We just gotta have a mutiny and just beat up the entire defensive roster. Like we have to turn on everybody. Like you gave up how many? I threw for 700 yards and lost. Okay.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, I mean, I tried. Go back. I trashed them after that game, and now they're in disarray because their head coach who wouldn't get vaccinated got fired, and now is trying to sue the school. But whatever. Talked about that last week. He doesn't even deserve that. So Matt Wells, the Texas Tech head coach, got fired. They're 5-3. Texas Tech, nobody's really had success there since Mahomes, and even then he had marginal success.
Yep.
So
and now it's reverting back to marginal success.
Yeah, because Texas Tech's a school where you just have to run a spread offense. Let's just be honest. Yeah. They don't have a good defense. If they have a good defense, they usually have a piss poor offense. So you just have to run a spread and just accept you're going to win 7 or 8 games every year. And with Cincinnati coming to the Big 12 and BYU, I don't know. They'll struggle to be bowl eligible, and that's about it. But that's it for college football news. It's more. Oh yeah, and like I said, Notre Dame when they beat USC, their star safety, he's out this week. So with the knee injury, and nobody gives a fuck about Notre Dame or USC. So
can I give you a player that I covered in a game last week from college football that I really opened my eyes to? Iowa State, the tight end Hutchinson. My eyes were opened by this kid. I think it was 110 yards, receiving yards, and 2 touchdowns. And he was making plays, diving plays, catching stuff on the edge of the end zone. He was actually setting himself up really nicely to be picked and go to a good organization. New England, please. But
no, they're going to take that Coastal Carolina tight end.
Yeah, probably. And we already just dipped a fuck ton of money into Jonnu and Hunter.
Yeah, I don't know why y'all did that.
Bill was just like, fuck it, we have money to spend, let's do it. We're going to show everyone who can spend it. Let's just take our dicks out and have the best pissing contest on the
thing
planet.
is,
I want a tight end. Give me a tight end.
The thing is, everyone thought he was just smarter than everybody. Everyone was like, oh.
You had Tom Brady. This whole time you had Tom Brady.
He's gonna figure it out.
But then you start
These are
seeing
great moves.
The thing that I'm noticing, though, is Jonnu is being used more of a blocking tight end as opposed to both blocking and then receiving passes.
Because Hunter Henry is an injury-prone liability. And Hunter Henry's technically has better hands than Jonnu Smith. That's the reason why he was nice at Arkansas when Arkansas was trash. So, I mean, is what it is. On to our next topic, though.
Are they still trying to use Aguilar in the slot?
He scored a touchdown.
Yeah, he did.
That Jets game was bullshit, though. That's the only time they're going to run up the score.
Well, that's the thing is, Philly tried to use him as a
great.
slot receiver. The reason why he went off in Oakland was because they just moved him to the outside and was like, hey, just use your speed.
Yeah, just
what he did at USC.
Derek Carr will throw
same
it
thing.
It's what he did at USC.
But this time it wasn't Mac throwing him the pass. I think it was Kendrick who threw it, Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah.
Or it was either Kendrick or Jacoby.
Jacoby Myers still doesn't have a touchdown.
I know. And he has the most receiving yards for anyone at this age without a touchdown.
I kind of want to just like get him in fantasy just so 1 week he scores like 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he just blows up.
But
Might be this week.
And then cut him. Nah, if when it gets to the Jets, it's not happening. Jacoby Myers is not. He's getting clamped up by those Charger DBs.
I'm hoping that I get a 27 to 23 or no, a 30 to 27 Patriots win. And I want Herbert to go off for like, I don't know, 350 with 4 touchdowns.
They would only win if just they can't run the ball at all in San Diego. If they
Yeah, I just want Austin Eckler, and it's not San Diego. I just want Austin Eckler.
LA, I don't know why I said San Diego.
I want Kupp and Eckler to not have good games. That way, what's his face? Guy I just traded for. Why am I blanking on
Robert
him?
Woods.
Yeah, I hope Robert Woods has a fucking wild night.
I'm
Herbert
going
and Woods.
against Derrick Henry, and I have him this week. I have Derrick Henry, but I'm going against Derrick Henry this week, and I'm just like, fuck.
All right, sir. Can you finish your college football segment? Because we're
I've
already
been
out of
done.
time.
I said take
He
your
said it was
tangent, bro.
done.
Oh, I didn't even hear you.
Man, I'm just holding you guys behind. I am sorry.
No, he just doesn't hear me. He purposely doesn't hear me when I talk. Some of people born in the month of May, they just don't fucking they have hearing problems.
My dad was born in May, but
April and May.
my dad was born in May.
Shout out to the Tauruses.
Yeah, but he had like a firecracker blown up near his ear as a kid, so his right ear is kind of like me.
Yikes. That shit. Oof.
What's your excuse?
He's a Taurus.
That's a Pokemon.
I haven't slept in REM in like 3 weeks.
You haven't had
REM.
maybe REM sleep?
REM, this motherfucker.
Damn, just take some melatonin.
Bro, I take
Yeah, I'll try it tonight.
what's that shit called? You gotta take like 5 pills. Eric told me about
I'm gonna
it.
take
Tylenol PM?
I'm gonna take my melatonin.
And take it exactly.
Melatonin.
I forget what that shit.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Where's the? There we go. Yeah.
I'm totally forgetting what that shit's called. The stuff that Eric told me to get.
Fentanyl.
Melatonin.
Jesus, no.
Melatonin.
No, it wasn't melatonin. It was something root, valerian root.
That sounds like a freaking
I had to take
witch's
5
brew from Harry Potter.
I had to take 5 of them, bro. I blacked out and had the best sleep ever, like a month ago.
Or you could just down half a bottle of Hennessy.
All right, man.
I
Can we get to take your tangent?
Okay, so take your tangent. Mike Tomlin decisively shuts down USC coaching rumors and asks, how come Sean Payton and Andy Reid don't get those questions? Which is what I've been saying for a while, but you know. So take your tangent.
I'm just gonna say this. I said it off air. The Steelers are falling apart at the seams, and it's pretty fucking obvious. So I don't blame anybody for asking Tomlin on his exit strategy because he still didn't really shut it down. He didn't say no.
He said no booster. He said there's not a booster with a big enough blank check. I have a perfectly great job.
I don't know, man.
I mean, it would be nice to see him as a head coach at USC.
To me, though, if you
But
want to
it's
kill
disrespectful
that,
to
you just
ask
say, I get it. I don't know, man. Himes.
Look. If he wants to get out, he can go wherever the hell he wants. USC isn't a bad alternative, but it's going to have to be like Phil Jackson going to the Knicks type of money. Like ridiculous sums of money to get him to just leave.
It's ungodly amounts of money.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, think about it. He kind of is like a god in Pittsburgh. Like between him and Big Ben, they go anywhere. Shit will always
Except a bathroom.
Well, Mike Tomlin's okay in a bathroom.
Yeah.
Dick.
Ben, it better be open air.
Yeah, when he goes into the bathroom, people don't call him Big Ben. I guarantee you that.
Wow. This show's over. Like that's it. Like this is
Everybody just chose violence today for no reason.
We're doing a 24-hour telethon because this show's over. We're not ending it. We're just gonna stay on the air for 24 hours until we get kicked the fuck out of here.
This is good news. I will tell you this. I don't want to see Tomlin leave. I think he is in a perfectly good situation, and for my entire life of watching Steelers football, like actually and actively paying attention to them, not just as a Patriots fan paying attention to my team. He's been the face of Steelers football, like the consistent face, even more so than Big Ben. And I hope that I get an opportunity to watch him stay there for many years to come. That's what I'll say.
It'd be cool if he became the Raiders head coach. I wouldn't complain.
Pause.
That's not even
So-
close. You just don't like the Raiders.
So in this metaverse, you guys just foresee him staying there.
Metaverse,
forever.
I got
Okay,
you.
Facebook.
Okay, Facebook. Fucking.
We used the metaverse way before.
I
Facebook
never said
did.
metaverse.
You
I've
said
never.
metaverse.
I don't even like Meta World Peace. He should go back to. He went back to Ron
We
Artest,
had a
right?
whole fucking episode about the Spider-Man movie.
That's the Spider Verse.
You had
What
a
the
whole
fuck do you think
episode
that
on
is?
Spider-Man and you didn't even see Iron Man?
He didn't.
I don't-
Did
I
you
don't-
actually
I don't
see
look at
Spider Man
Iron Man.
into the Spider Verse?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool.
Why did it
saw
take you
all
so
of
long to say
Spider-Man.
that?
That would have been the deal breaker.
I seen all the Spider-Man.
Why did it take you so long
even
to say
the
yes?
Andrew Garfield Spider-Man?
That was a good one. Don't hate on that Andrew
Ew.
Garfield one. No,
You
it
didn't
wasn't
like
bad.
those?
It
No.
wasn't bad.
What?
Except for her fucking
Okay,
dying
wait, hold on,
and
hold
hitting
on,
the
hold
ground
on.
first. That was
Hold on,
stupid.
let this man talk. Why do you not like those movies?
The only good part about Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man was Electro. Underrated opinion.
I mean, I like
the only good thing.
what,
to come
but
out
what
of it.
did you
So
not
a
like about
cliffhanger. A
Andrew
cliffhanger.
Garfield as
Andrew
Spider-Man?
Garfield had to go up against coming off the Tobey Maguire era, who is the Spider-Man still to so many people, the adult Spider-Man. We can all admit that Tom
Tobey
Holland.
Maguire?
Tom Holland
Yeah.
He
is
in a raw deal too.
he
By
is
the way,
well, Tom Holland is the greatest youth version of Spider-Man, whereas Tobey Maguire was really an adult trapped in a child's body in college and then became an adult before our eyes. So he's the adult Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield was like the stepbrother that came in to fill in for the role, and everyone knew it was a joke.
Brother from Blue's Clues.
Yes, literally.
But it wasn't a joke. He
was
actually did a
good.
good performance.
You did a great job.
It was a fun movie.
Massively underwhelming.
Only because of the time it was
You-
in. And there's still good movies. You go back and
You
watch.
just hate Emma Stone, huh?
Are you joking?
I'm just saying. So
having a
how,
redhead.
so
in
how
it.
are you gonna say Electro's the only good thing that came from those two movies?
That shit was sad.
Emma Stone is cool, but I also like Mary
father
Jane
dying.
Watson being the neighbor.
Kirsten Dunst. Just say you love Kirsten Dunst.
I mean, everyone
The
loves
Valley
Kirsten
Girl.
Dunst.
All I'm saying
She's
is
great, man.
Yeah.
Like you can't. No one on this panel has any hate for Kirsten Dunst.
No,
we all
exactly.
love her.
Or Emma
Definitely not.
Watson.
Definitely not.
Didn't you just try and start beef like 20
No.
minutes ago?
Pretty much,
Yeah, you
I
did
just said
say
like,
fuck Emma
nah, I'd
Watson.
smash. I
You
pretty much.
said fuck Emma
Okay,
Watson.
fine. I'll just say it. I'd smash Emma Watson.
But you also said fuck her.
Chill.
No, I
bro.
didn't. No, I didn't.
Chill,
I said
bro.
we were talking about
Chill.
if you could become a
That
character.
is a wholesome woman, and she's also highly intelligent. Chill.
That's why I had to say it how I said it. Because
The
you're
way
like,
you
oh,
said it was like the equivalent to a
Do
South
you even
Park
know her
quote.
pronouns?
whatever she wants.
Wait,
me to
you're
be.
tripping me out right now. Yeah, wait, what?
I was like, wait, hold on.
just trolling.
What a nasty
Whoa,
motherfucker, dog.
whoa, Gryffindor just got
She
weird.
tells me-
I was just
If she tells me
trolling.
her pronoun is
I
anything
was
but
just
her,
trolling.
I'm gonna be like,
Dog, you gonna tell me
she didn't
they
change the
made
pronoun
it
a
for
little bit.
fucking 20 years without doing any sort of fucking dominatrix shit?
Wait, what? What's the
How
question?
did-
Hermione.
how did-
Hermione and Ron.
They're both redheads, so anything's possible.
Tell me Ron's not a cook.
So you're calling him
Tell
a
me
bot. You're
Ron
calling him
is not a
bottom.
good-
Dude, he lost an older brother fighting Voldemort. Of course, he's emotionally damaged in the moment.
Isn't he the
so
middle child?
he's the youngest.
Oh, he's the youngest.
Oh, wait,
yeah.
no. They have the sister Harry ended up with.
Hey, Harry's fucking his sister. Like, come on, he's going through it.
I mean,
he's
he
going
had,
through
like-
it.
he
He's
had, like-
apparently taking her out and going like, "I'm gonna prevent you from going through it."
He had like
But
7
technically, he
years
got
to
Hermione,
cope with
which is
that.
the real prize. Because Harry could
Why-
have done with Hermione.
Bro, why is there have to be a prize? It's not like anyone got a consolation prize or anything bad out of it.
I mean,
Everyone ended
Actually,
up happily.
all the black dudes at Hogwarts got fucked over. All the black dudes at Hogwarts got
Yeah,
fucked
but it's
over.
J.K. Rowling book. You know they're going to overlook that.
Which is why Charlie Bone is a better story than Harry Potter.
Charlie
Oh my
Brown.
God.
Charlie,
Here we go.
Charlie Bone
Here we
came
go
out.
again.
Charlie
Here we go.
Bro.
Here we
This
go.
just happened.
Yeah.
It's just like Artemis Fowl was a good book, and then they
Bro,
made the movie, and it
You
was
sound
terrible.
like you're trying to sell me on Shasta Cola over Coca-Cola, and that's not how it works.
All I'm
That's not
saying
how it
is,
works,
if you
man.
go back and read Charlie Bone, it was great. I give you three. I give you
Tiki
three books.
Punch was the best soda ever.
Nah, fuck it. Tiki Punch is the only fucking soda you can drink in the Arctic, and it won't be cold. It'll be hot no matter what time. You cannot. I've
You
never
had trauma, bro, because
Who's
I've had
had-
some cold ass
Tiki Punch.
Yes, I have.
When
If it's sitting in a cooler all day,
We talk about like the little plastic bottle thing.
I'm not talking like you get a little ass
Nah.
shot. I'm talking
You
about
never
like
had Tiki Punch.
Nah.
This guy always had brand name soda, man.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I had chest all the time. That's how
Did
I
you ever
fucking
have squirt?
moved it. Yeah.
Did you ever have
I have a photo
So
of my
Tiki
friend
Punch?
Darsan holding 2 squirt cans.
So
and
Tiki
he's
Punch
fucked up.
was basically like Hawaiian Punch, and like Strawberry Fanta had like a little love
too
child.
much sugar, not enough fizz?
Fair.
Hawaiian Punch was not enough fizz,
It's like still flavored water.
but still a little bit too sweet, but good occasionally.
That doesn't help. That's like Sunny D.
Sunny D isn't
It's
orange
kind of
juice.
It's basically the Sunny D of soda.
It really is.
Tiki Punch is the Sunny D. Of
It's
soda.
what's that shit called that everybody eats, but it's not even real fish anymore?
Tilapia.
Yeah, it's just tilapia of soda.
Wait, what?
You know the fish are going extinct.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wait, what?
Like
Fish are
fish
dying.
are dying.
They're recreating
yeah.
fish
They're
in
not recreating
labs.
fast enough.
Yeah.
That's why they're finding
Global
800-pound
warming.
tunas and shit.
And also
Global
urbanization,
warning.
damming. We need to de-dam a lot of shit. That's why when you drive up the
What about the
5
beavers?
and you see all the beavers, we fucking kill most of them. It was fucking
No,
Hey,
beavers
man, they're
still
all over
fucking
the
around.
world.
evil.
They're still around.
I'm sorry, Peter, but beavers are fucking mean.
Well, so
No, but the
clowns,
thing is,
beavers,
They're
oh
necessary. They are
They're
necessary.
necessary because they build a whole river ecosystem.
Yeah.
So they were all over the country, and the fucking Russians for their coats and fucking
Hey,
just-
man. Hey, watch what you say.
they went on a whole thing.
Alexei
like-
does not approve of this message. Watch what you say about my people.
my. That almost sounds like you're from Czechoslovakia. I just want to let you know that.
Himes is a Russian spy on the good news this whole time.
The Red Room? Oh, damn.
Do you not remember the group photo we took? And I was only white man.
Did
in
you see
crowd.
Black Photo? Did you see Black Widow?
Yes.
Yelena or Scarlet?
I
Who's
don't
your
like how
favorite
he
widow?
says yes so nice. Like
Because it sounds like he just got through like fucking some
Scarlet.
sex traffic victim in the next room and he didn't kill her and he came out to talk to you.
Who,
That-
me?
That, yeah, you were too comfortable. You were way too in pocket. Like you just did some wild shit in the next room and came in to talk to us.
You don't understand the lifestyle of a Russian. Let me tell you. Scarlet.
Okay, not just because she's Scarlet. I think
Mila
Yelena will
Kunis.
have a better. Okay, that's not fair. We would all pick Mina Kunis. But what I'm saying is,
Ukrainians' finest.
I mean, isn't she, no? She's mixed with shit. No, she's like fucking part Amazon rainforest chick.
Don't you
She's
take
mixed
away
with-
my people?
She's mixed, bro.
Why are you taking
She's
this
Ukrainian
too
and a
far,
bunch
my
of shit.
friend?
Like somebody, there
because
was
she
an
only
orgy.
washes her fucking slit in her armpits that she's a fucking
That
from
was
the
disgusting.
Amazon.
Don't ever say slit again. She washes
what
her
she
slit.
said.
Bro.
All right, bro. You knocked
I
the
guess
Russian
her
out of me.
ad-
What the fuck did you mean by
You
slit?
didn't see the
What do you
fucking
think?
interview?
You seen the movie
She said
Teeth?
that. She said her and Ashton Kutcher like they don't shower every day.
Only bathe when they smell
Oh, yeah, I've
dirty.
seen
They
that.
only bathe, like,
That's
when
white
they
people
shower.
shit though.
And that's what she said.
That's
She was like,
Caucasus
I
Mountains.
only really wash my pits and my slit.
You don't watch the gooch. That's nasty. Motherfuckers having smelly kneecap. You know how the back of your kneecap meat smell. That's sick, bro.
What the hell? How much experience do you have smelling the back of dudes' kneecaps?
You know, you find something smell really bad, you don't know where it came from. It's usually from a body part that you
Yeah, but
overlook.
why are you smelling other dudes'
don't-
kneecaps?
I'm not smelling anybody's kneecaps.
You literally just inferred
But
that you can
She
smell
said
that
she
shit.
only washes her slit and her pits, which means she doesn't wash the back of her
I'm
kneecaps,
not asking about
her
that.
knees,
You
her
were
legs.
making a point to point
nothing.
out that you smelled the kneecaps.
I did
Literally
it.
the
I'm just
statement
telling you,
before.
if you only wash your private parts and your armpits, everything else smells. So you got
Bro,
fucking
stop trying to read it
smelly
right.
knee-
You literally
you got
just said on a
smelly
live
kneecap meat.
podcast that you smelled other dudes'
Don't
kneecaps
gaslight me,
before.
bro. You're gaslighting me. Sickening. No, I would never. But nah, like I don't know. As a black person, like I was raised to scrub every part of your body, and I'm fat, so I really can't like miss a crevice because that's bad. That's a bad day.
Wouldn't it make it harder if you're fatter to like get every?
No, I'm
crevice in?
hyper. No, you're hypersensitive. Like because you know, like
No, I meant
okay.
like reaching for it.
No, it's not. Being fat is kind of a superpower, and that like people think in places I shouldn't be flexible, I am.
Congratulations, you're a former student athlete.
Yeah, I am.
That's
Actually,
all it means, bro.
yeah, and being fat is kind of a superpower. Like if I lose all my fat and say what I say, people are gonna hate me more. But if I keep some of the weight on me, it's like
No,
All
he's
right.
just lovable enough.
All right, can we finish the
you said,
fucking
just
show?
unlovable.
Can we
enough?
finish the show? Can we finish the fucking show?
I mean,
Holy shit.
but yeah. So
Next
I guess
one.
that was our tangent on Mike. But yeah, Nick Saban said he could coach another 10 years. Take her tangent.
On who?
Dick Saban said he could coach another 10 years.
Dick
Taker Saban. Wow. Taker tangent. He
I'm
said
just gonna
coach another
say
10
this,
years.
and this is
This is
a tangent about just overall
He's going on a tangent about Nick Saban.
society.
Wow.
If you're old and you've been doing something for a really long time,
Like Iron
and you
Man.
have a lot of money, like, man, just give the opportunity to somebody else.
That's how I feel about the Los Angeles Lakers.
Like, it's time. Like, pass the torch. Like, if you're just doing it just
You
because
just made
you
me
can,
sad, Himes.
like, there's no doubt.
6 All-Stars we could have had, but they wanted a
Let him
ring.
go on his tangent.
There's no doubt that Saban can be relevant for 10 years. But why? Like, what do you have left to prove?
Just in case you got to close the door behind you.
Exactly, and that's all he's doing. And you see that with all his coaches, because guess what? He just hires
They all
head
get jobs
coaching
somewhere else.
washes
though.
out, head coach washouts as his coordinators. Then they get hired as jobs. But guess what? Hayward
Except O'Brien, he's terrible.
maybe actually groom your replacement, unlike some other people's teams who, same thing.
Clemson kind of did that, but now they're trash because all their best players left and they're rebuilding.
Maybe that's what will happen. Saban will take the Patriots job when Bill retires.
That's disgusting, bro.
There's a reason why Steve Belichick is not on the
I
sideline.
literally
for New
just
England.
pissed
Yo,
in this
Steve-
man's Cheerios.
Pissed in his orange juice and then put it in a blender and
Yeah,
gave
who
it to him.
crapped in my cornflakes this morning is Pete.
He took a shit in your Raisin Bran.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you snipped his kneecap.
No, sick ass, bro. Sick ass,
It's like a big whiff, like.
Hey fam,
Like that
you need to
sound
watch
effect.
the back. You need to watch your hamstrings more.
All right, go ahead.
That's-
Anybody
that's
else?
sick, bro.
Nick Saban, take a
That's
chance.
disgusting. Okay. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Like he's.
All
Bro.
that build up for that.
I don't give a shit, bro. Like, okay, you're gonna keep winning and getting all these great players to come to Alabama. Okay. And wait till somebody takes the LSU job and usurps you. Like that's like he's so successful, it just makes college football boring, but it's good to see him lose.
Like, what are you
Like, I
going
wanna
to
see
do with another
Cincinnati
10 years
become a
and another
dynasty.
$100 million?
More money.
Well, what is he going to do with it?
Like he's the king of Alabama.
Dude, you set yourself up to give more money to your family to make it secure no matter what.
They got him.
I guess.
The
But
school's
how
paying
old is
for
he?
his
He's only,
house.
what, 60?
And Belichick's like,
Yeah,
in
man.
his
Like, don't
70s,
you
bro.
want to live life? Like, don't you want to
He
do
is living
shit?
life. His
That is
best life.
his
He's the
life.
king of Alabama.
I know. That's
He's
what I'm
God
saying.
down
Like,
there.
fuck.
Dude, just
Just
as
for
we all
me.
have our lives, like my life is dedicated to becoming more of what I'm doing right here with you guys, right?
The best
Just-
that no one ever was.
Uh,
That's your true test.
yes.
You didn't get the, did you get the Pokemon reference?
No, he didn't, because this is the same dude that didn't watch Iron Man.
Yeah,
Why would he
of
get
course.
anything?
He probably didn't watch the first Pokemon movie.
I did.
Have you ever seen Friday?
Did you
I
see the
haven't seen it all the
Digimon
time.
movies?
You haven't seen
Have
Friday?
I ever seen Friday? My mug name is fucking from Friday.
Baby Joker.
Baby Yoker.
That's racist as fuck.
I like lactose.
That's racist.
Peach,
as
do you
No,
fuck.
Leroy.
Hey, Pete, do you not
Bilingual.
like lost
There's a difference.
locked
My,
doors?
my nickname was Debo.
You're definitely not. Debo.
No way you're Debo, bro.
You're not even tall enough to be Debo. As a
It-
Mexican
it
dude
has-
to be called
it has a-
Debo, you
it's
gotta
an
be
ac-
like 6'7".
It's an acronym.
Oh, that's really fucked up. I wonder why.
Stands for the extremely emotional biggest buster obviously ever. It's spelled different.
It's spelled wrong.
Yeah, it's spelled wrong, but
There's
that's,
some-
that's
there's
the
some-
acronym.
Grammatical errors. In
I
there.
went with Beto instead of pedo for that one. With
It's
an
still-
acronym.
it's-
Why
still-
did you go pedo?
I
Why
said
did you
Beto.
sub that
I
out?
said
Phonically,
Beto.
it still spells Debo. So if you want to fucking sound it out,
That's not
That's
AP
actually how it
style.
goes.
That's not even AP style. It's terrible.
fuck AB style.
I know I just want to say that to you.
Yeah, Vince Staples is overrated.
Okay, then. So
All right.
trade
so
rumors. Actually, no,
Iron Man, J. Cole, AP style.
I mean you are in PR, so I don't know how that.
At least you can stack a rack.
I mean, I know how to do AP style.
So what you're telling me is what that was a whole fucking lie when we were in college at AP style. We didn't.
Bro, he didn't want to fucking do your work. I would have told you the same damn thing if you asked me to help you do your work.
I had no fucking spelling errors. Thank you very much. My shit was clean and pristine. I just wrote too many words.
How'd
He
you
used
go
to be
the-
like, this motherfucker wrote an 800-word recap on a game,
oh,
on a
went to
women's
the-
basketball game.
you
I
went to
did.
Yeah, he's giving me PTSD. but
You went to
Friday fucking game turns the recap in on Monday, bro.
you went to the Floyd Mayweather School.
It
of
was a fucking
Journalism?
tournament. It was a
The
tournament.
greatest recap ever, though.
It was.
Yeah, 1,400 words from a story 2 days ago. What the fuck am I gonna do with
Hey,
this?
by the Floyd Mayweather School of
Publish it.
Journalism major right here.
Now the funny. Nah, that was him. That's him.
Mic
You know
drop.
what's funny? Floyd Mayweather probably could buy the CSUN journalism school.
He actually could. And then they would finally
they would
take
take it. They would take the
They would
bag.
take the Oxford
They would
comma
take
off the
bag.
front of the building
They would
because
take the bag.
it's an Oxford comma in front of the building, but half the professors hate it. It's like literally a holy war for the.
How do you
Oxford.
know this?
Because literally in the CSUN Journals department, like it's a fucking holy war against the Oxford comma.
Dude, you guys
It's
have
bad. It's
too
Crips
much
and
shit.
Bloods.
What the fuck?
It's Hatfields and McCoys. It's Iron Man and fucking the first dude who betrayed him.
Huh?
But you don't know who that is.
Huh? That was me in Winter Soldier. 5 times I tried to watch it.
See what I deal with? All right, take your tangent. Or no, touchdown or turnover. Let's go.
I've literally never finished Winter Soldier.
I hope Mike Myers finds you on Halloween this year.
in a clown costume.
No, that he's gonna find you in a clown costume. There's $100 on this one.
No, man.
I want to see.
The only
you
time I can
dress
tell her
up
a
as a
clown if it's a
clown.
female, because
Oh, wait, I had one more
They're
take your
funny.
tangent. I had one more take your tangent. All right.
female clowns are actually really nice.
So NFL owners are mad at Stan Kroenke, the Rams owner, for ducking legal fees.
oh,
the
that
state,
lawyer got taken off their thing, right?
the state of Missouri is it the state of Missouri or the city of
St. Louis.
St. Louis. It's the city. Is suing him for antitrust since they essentially offered him $450 million in taxpayer money and a scenic view on the river, and he was like, "Nah, fuck that, I'm out."
Dude, it's LA versus St. Louis. I'm sorry, but the answer is done.
Business wise, yes, for sure. I mean, you could see instantly how his worth went up
Yep.
as soon as the team moved. That said, they were willing to give all that public money. They won a championship there. They had playoff success. They had colors. They made waves.
Look, all I'm saying is fuck public money. I'll pay money so I can live and get a view at Malibu and live in Los Angeles and go to my own damn games at a new stadium that they'll build me. Hot market, rewrap, do it all over. Sold. I'm done.
Keep the uniforms too. We'll go back to our own shit.
I'm not
Yeah.
so.
But they won't make a better version of your shit. That's,
All right.
that's
Well,
bold.
And then come close to winning.
just
a
to go
Super
on
Bowl.
a tangent, like
Only to lose.
the whole thing is though, like the NFL fucking created this bubble because they took away the NFL for damn near 25 years. So there was a whole generation of fans that didn't have. Then they brought 2 teams, and now we have a fucking $100,000 stadium that we can't fucking fill. We can't match the inflation because guess what? Tickets were up for $400 at the beginning of the season, and now they're falling to $100 and $200. And they oversold them, saying like, "Oh, you'll be able to sell them." But guess what? There's a fucking game every week. Like, it's
And
too hard.
musical events, concerts.
It's too hard,
And
and
the
the
forum's
traffic's
right
a
there.
mess. They haven't figured out the infrastructure around it completely. There's still like no bars or life around there really.
Because you killed all the black business in the area, but
That part.
Market Street was a whole fucking thing. The Savoy's closed now.
So
yeah.
the point is, like, I'm glad the NFL is back. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to get rid of it. I'm just saying they shouldn't have fucked over St. Louis in the process.
They fucked over LA. They're trying to buy up whole neighborhoods just to tear it all down and put up fucking parking lots. What are we talking about here? In 10 years, Inglewood High is gonna have a white dude starting at quarterback. And we know niggas and Mexicans left in 30 years. If they could have it their way,
You gotta love gentrification.
not really. It's kind of gross. It's worse. Gentrification.
I was being
Clowns.
facetious.
I know. Clowns that gentrify.
Wow.
But anyway,
Is that what
touchdown
John
and-
Gayne Wasey was trying to do? He
Probably.
wasn't trying to kill kids for any reason because he was a pedophile. He was trying
By
to
the way,
gentrify the neighborhood.
That movie, what's it called? The Black Phone with Ethan Hawke. I think that's
You mean the strangers?
no, it's the Black Phone. But
The hell is a black phone?
Watch the trailer. Watch. The
I
trailer.
have a black phone.
Well, no, watch the trailer. This dude has a mask. It's about some child abduction shit. It's creepy.
This dude just grew up with the fucking Shasta of movies.
right?
Hey, what
Never.
the fuck?
First off, you didn't see Iron Man, so shut the fuck
Like,
up.
you just had Tubi at your house?
I knew a dude named
Bro.
Tubi. His name was Eric, but he went by Tubi. That's fucked up.
Did he hold the antenna for you so you got the signal on the TV?
Nah, my mom had the good TV. But nah, touchdown or turnover.
Oh,
That's
Jesus
what's up.
Christ.
All right, really
So
quick.
Watson trade rumors, pretty much the trade from like Miami to Houston and the guarantee that he won't be suspended. And there's like a couple other teams that are allegedly in the mix to get him, but they want to make the trade, but like they want to assure he's not going to get suspended because technically he can play immediately.
Yep, it's the team that's holding him back.
Yeah, and himself because he doesn't want to fucking play there. So is that a touchdown or turnover?
It's a fucking turnover, and then a fumble, and then a turnover again, and then fumbling in the end zone.
AJ
the
Green
1
not
yard
seeing
line.
the ball in the end zone?
Funniest shit of the night.
We just had this whole fucking racial awakening with John Gruden, and
Did we?
okay, we're not standing for misogyny and homophobic behavior in football, even though it's been a part of the football
It's the
culture
birthplace of NFL locker room, football locker rooms.
and locker room talk forever, right?
Literally
Whatever,
forever.
fine. Great. We're getting rid of that. Cool. But 2 weeks later, we're going to let Deshaun Watson play in a game amidst a shit ton of allegations. Like, bro, he's got over a dozen allegations.
I mean, but people can accuse you whatever they want, but if they don't prove it,
You were just talking about fucking dumbass black Twitter rumors not that long ago and saying how like 3 people said it, so it must be true.
but Black
And
Twitter
now
is
you're saying
actually,
there's
Black Twitter
now you're
sees
saying
some
there's
truth. Black Twitter always has receipts.
now you're saying
That's the
there's
scary
like
part.
12 to 17 people and you're
But
like,
no, but I'm
I'm
saying-
skeptical.
But because of how it fucking came out, I'm still skeptical about it. How he says, I want to get traded. I want to get the fuck out. You've done every single great player in this franchise like shit. I want out. Boom. 27 people say you raped him. Or you did
Look,
weird shit in a
sexually
massage
harassed.
parlor.
Hey, that
Sexual assault,
assaulted.
variations down the spectrum, nonetheless, and implying rape in some cases.
that was very suspicious. And not to mention, look, the one thing I will point out that was the most suspicious to me was that the owner's friend is the attorney representing
And a
the
neighbor.
27. Yes, that seemed fishy to me. Look, the NFL is a privately owned business and the teams have their own prerogatives. If Watson gets traded and ends up going someplace else, whether he wants to or not, he'll end up playing most likely.
He's a mega superstar talent.
Yeah, any team that trades for him is going to trade for him with the expectation of him playing almost immediately, if
Winning a
not
Super Bowl.
first day. And at some point getting
The
there.
thing with
Imagine
that,
Deshaun
though,
Jackson on
the thing
Deshaun
with
Watson
that,
on
though,
the Saints.
we
right
talked
now.
about this when it happened, but the thing with that though is like this lawyer is a very high profile, highly successful lawyer who does this sort of thing, these
all the
big
time.
assault cases.
That don't mean shit.
He's not taking this to lose.
Highly successful lawyer
not
can
taking
also
this
be
to lose.
pinpointed
He's not
as
taking this
a
to lose.
somewhat, jury swaying or judge swaying attorney.
Especially if they're known for a certain thing.
I am not by any means downplaying the victim's stories. All I'm saying is that we've heard about this for so long. I want to see some of the evidence. I have no doubt that something funny occurred, but to what extent the funny is, I don't know. And I don't want these victims getting blamed for making up stories or false allegations at this point because it's unfair to them. But in the same breath, it's also the team's prerogative whether or not to have him do his contract and do and fulfill his contractual duties at the workplace.
And hypothetically speaking, like we talked about, if he's innocent, he gets to sue everybody involved. The Texans even.
Hey man,
Like,
that's a long shot. What if?
But
though.
that's what I'm saying. Like, but in the
You gotta assume those 27 people have anything worth suing for as well.
okay, what I'm saying is he did something, right? And he said, if we're going to talk about bathhouse massage parlor culture, we got to be honest about a few things. And if we're not going to be honest about those things, then we can't say what is done in the dark in the underground economy that's brought into a situation like that. Once you start conflating those two and then you say, oh, well, he's guilty of this. Yeah, but if you go to massage parlors, people pay for stuff like this all the time. People do something
But
adjacent
that's
to
what
this.
I'm saying.
We don't
though.
fully know what happened.
But that's what I'm saying, though.
And depending on how it's put down on wax, we will say, oh, that's a bad thing. That's a good thing.
That's exactly my point, though.
This is the biggest gray area we've ever seen.
No, because it's the same thing with Gruden. It's enabling behavior.
No,
Shit
we
that
have-
you
no,
know.
we
shit
have the
that you
evidence.
know
Gruden
happens,
was a fall guy.
shit that you know happens behind closed doors forever.
So-
Brought to the forefront.
So if you pay
the only difference is Gruden has receipts
Deshaun Watson is a he said, she said.
And
He
that
said
has a lot of different weight
versus
to it, man.
27, she said.
No,
Because
no,
I
but
can't assume
there's
he's
the
guilty
point
just
there.
because.
No, but that point there is accurate. But the main difference that we have to acknowledge is that there is evidence that the public is seeing out there with Gruden. Until there is evidence out there about what Watson has done or has not done, it's always going to be taken with a grain of salt because it's guilty until proven innocent. Unfortunately, for some other circumstances, like with Greg Hardy, that doesn't happen to be the application that's listed by the government, which is bullshit.
Life took care of him. He got
Yes.
fucked up in those
and
UFC fights.
we all rooted for that big fat dude who just knocked him out and then chugged a beer with hot sauce in it out of a shoe.
That was some wild shit.
But going back to the main point,
I enjoyed that knockout.
we saw Richard Sherman deal with that. There was evidence there. He clearly needs to get help, and hopefully he's getting it. And he needs to be doing that for his child's sake too. But with Watson, it still remains to be seen. We see what Trevor Bauer's doing. He said he's going to sue the accuser once things are done.
The Blackhawks dude, the dude who said
That's
the coach
different.
raped him, and he came out and
Yeah.
finally broke his side and said, "I'm John Doe."
Yes.
And but I'm saying, whenever in sports have we seen a coach rape another player, a male player? Sandusky was college; those were children. He's a
Dude,
pedophile.
no,
That's terrible, but that had to get
those
the coverage.
kids were over 18. You can't say he's
But
a
if you're
pedophile.
recruiting them at 16, 17, are you not grooming?
Once they're of legal age, considering.
But if you're grooming, you're kind of a pedo.
defines the level of grooming. If you're grooming by trying to get them to your location, that's not necessarily the same
A
thing as
defensive
psychological.
recruit, you're playing on the fact that his father wasn't there, or that you can be a father figure to him, only to do shit to him in the shower, and other players know about it.
Yeah,
And
when
because
he's an
they're all
adult.
young and impressionable. Yeah, but at 18 and 19, you're an adult, but only in name in most cases. So like Sandusky's a totally
I'm just looking at it from the
different
legal
spectrum.
perspective.
Yeah, legally, yes, but that's where it gets murky. And I'm saying he had an unquestioned reputation before all this came out. So now this comes out,
Not
we
some
just.
in question after that.
But I'm saying he was unquestioned. Like all this stuff, great stuff on wax. Ben seemingly got skated. He skated on what happened to him in Pittsburgh. Like he's looked at as a love figure now. But it's
look at what's happened to Clemson in the past 2 years.
Well, in regards to what? Because they just suck now.
Same thing with Urban Meyer.
You talking about Clemson football or like the
Clemson
school
football,
with racism?
both. All of it. It's all connected. You think it's not all connected?
I mean, you're gonna have to tell me how it's connected, because that's kind of a jump. Are you talking about Dabo Swinney and the stuff he said and done?
So you think if your best players go on Twitter and out you as a racist campus, you don't think that's going to impact recruiting and your success on the field?
I mean, they got California.
If your coach is going on record saying wild shit, you don't think that affects recruiting? You don't think that affects your performance on the field?
They still have a top 5 recruiting class.
It hasn't at all.
They're just not good on the field because DJ, I can't say his last name because it's insanely long, but
Say it.
you go, I can't say it. I have to look it up and pronounce it.
The reason why I bring that up though is it's just you don't get to choose when things come to the light. You don't get to choose when things get exposed.
But you
don't get to
can't.
choose
But
when
you
the
can
bottom
question
falls
when
out.
something does
It
come to
just
light
happens.
because it's fishy.
It just happens.
Because like, do you think Big Ben's going to be held out of the Hall of Fame for that rape case or alleged sexual assault case, where he was guilty of something? It was proven he was guilty of something.
Look,
But that was a
5 years?
settlement.
Yeah.
we said the same thing though about with Epstein in terms of who he was connected to, like Bill Clinton.
What are you
That's
pointing
all-
at me?
because you're a Michael Jackson denier. So,
Because Michael Jackson didn't
but
do
then
it.
you
He
want
was
to talk
proving
about,
that he didn't
but
do
you
it,
wanna-
and the people who were trying to
Okay.
get money from him were extorting
But
him.
you're talking
His
about the
What
family.
time, hey,
You're
what
talking
time
about
does
the
the show
2000s.
end?
It's
This
about to
show
end.
was already supposed to end.
All right,
very
well,
quickly.
I'm going to change your mind on that as soon as we get off air.
in the 90s, they had him dead to rights.
And what happened?
The witness recanted.
Okay, how many black famous men do you
The
know
witness recanted.
don't get like? Okay,
The witness
Bill
recanted.
Cosby.
Bill Cosby didn't rape anybody. He gave somebody a Benadryl and sexual assault. You could
That's
say
rape.
sexual assault.
That is rape.
That's right.
Stop trying to
I'm
split
saying,
hairs again.
Yeah,
No,
that's right.
legally, like you said, he wasn't charged with rape. He was charged with something else.
He took the plea.
So you get what you negotiate.
Yeah.
That's what that's all. That I'm not arguing for or against. I don't give a shit about Bill Cosby
You
like
got to
that.
remember, all those cases also were out. Were not in the statute of limitations.
Yeah, and how many other dudes like Bill Cosby were back then doing the same thing? The Beatles were doing the same thing.
Only
I'm
reason why
saying,
I bring that up
like,
is
we
is
can't
you
go back and judge actions
Okay, but you
from
can-
way back. That's 30 years. We weren't even
Okay.
alive when he was doing that shit.
But I'm just saying,
Quaaludes, that's different.
I'm
You
just
have
saying,
a point, but like
you're
you're
using-
dancing now.
you're using the settlement as like a reason to convict them, but they can also
No, Big
settle.
Ben did some shit.
We all know Big Ben. We can all agree
And
Big
he's
Ben did shit
now forgiven for all that,
and looked like a hero.
which is wrong. Mike Vick still gets death threats for the dogs.
Yeah.
And you pounded the table for Vic. Kaepernick still gets death threats just for fucking kneeling. So I'm saying, yes, there's a huge racial component, like you
Keep
said.
doing that. My bad.
There's a huge
Jesus
racial
Christ,
component,
bro.
but bottom line is, in regards to all that,
Holy crap.
yeah, they're, bro, honestly, and this was the next one.
Epstein didn't kill himself.
We all know that. No fucking person who has that much dirt on somebody kills themselves. But anyway, we can just
I got
quick
two
one.
more.
Melvin Ingram wants out of Pittsburgh.
I got
Let's get out.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I got the last one that I sent you.
It's a touchdown because people always need pass rushers. I don't know where else he's gonna go that's gonna be better and have a better role for him because he's really just a third speed rusher at
Kansas
this point.
City.
Interior defensive tackle, honestly.
Fine.
He played D tackle in college. He can like rush inside.
He's not big like that.
New
anymore,
England.
though. He's
slimmed down.
He changed his body to play a stand up end.
True. I mean, okay, last one for me. NFL won't release the WTF reports. They won't release it, even though the victims want it released. NFL teams, Mark Davis, everybody else wants it released, but the NFL will not release the Washington football team reports, which I think is even bigger than the Deshaun Jackson situation.
Touchdown on that. It's the same way that baseball didn't want all of the info about the Astros cheating scandal revealed because they didn't want the sticky stuff to come up and become an issue. And look what's going on. That's why the NFL is trying to get ahead on this one because they know it'll be an avalanche of shit coming down on them, raining down from the hells, and the media will have a firestorm, and so will the public.
By the way,
I just don't know why they use Gruden as a sacrificial lamb.
because it's easy. He's a meathead, bro. He's the big, like I'm saying, he opened up the league to lawsuits from DeMaurice Smith. So you're the one who broke all those COVID protocols for the Raiders, not wearing masks and shit, and you have a direct dislike for me that goes back over 10 years. So you're acting in bad faith from the get-go with your players, and the story came out. Only team with all black offensive line. As soon as Gruden gets there, most of the black players on the team are cut, and he brings in a lot of white guys.
It wasn't most. It was like 15%.
But I'm saying the culture is what I'm saying. Like he shifted the locker room, and it reflected his views and how he treated people. And then all this comes out when he was working in TV. And you're a broadcaster, bro. You telling me your personal feelings didn't come out when you covered the Raiders or talked about certain issues? So it's like he opened himself up to potential legal action if more of this shit comes out with the Raiders about their financial situation and emails and everything else. Like Gruden was the sacrificial lamb because again, the NFL don't fuck with the Raiders like that.
I think the other thing that needs to be talked about more from all of this, and we've seen bits and nuggets of it, is just how ESPN's role in all of this.
Yes.
Sports media.
The same way they offered
in all of this.
Texas $10 million to join the Pac-12 all those years ago.
They enabled all of it. And then they just want to use it now as like revisionist history. Like, oh, it's a story. Well, you played a role in promoting all these people and you were what connected them and kept them in the game too. So he actually worked for ESPN while that happened. So,
hey, everyone has a guilty role in this entire ordeal. And it's just unfortunate because no matter which way you cut it, someone either innocent or someone who did stuff way long ago, and not in any way, shape, or form am I absolving Gruden from what he said years ago, right? But just like the Kevin Hart situation with the Oscars, that'll come up with some other people, and they will end up becoming scapegoats and victims of this entire typhoon that's approaching the league.
And the people who's supposed to be in the blame, which is the highest ups, they pass it all down the line.
It's the same defense that you saw in the Nuremberg trials for the Jews that were dealing with the aftermath of the
I was
Holocaust.
just following orders.
Yep.
You can follow him to the gas chamber that you put people in. So there you go.
Thanks for the reminder.
I mean, you literally brought up Nuremberg. Don't try to Jedi that. You literally brought up Nuremberg. You're a jerk, man.
Feel good? You feel good about?
You're a fucking jerk. You really tried to like pull me over and then throw crack in my front seat. That's what you really just did.
Hey, we've
feel better
talked
about
about this
yourself?
before though. Like the worst thing you call someone is not a bitch or asshole or anything. It's like you're mean. Hey, that's the meanest thing you could say. You're
No,
mean.
screw
You're a
that.
jerk.
Screw that. I've had people say they hate me, and I tell them to get in line.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
easy.
That's not a
easy.
big thing.
Like, no, you're a mean person.
No,
Yeah.
I embrace my inner Larry David, and I allow it to roam freely when it wants.
I mean,
Fair enough.
Larry David can kind of be an asshole.
Watch what you say.
All right, last fucking two. Holy shit. LA and Dallas are in the running for the NFL Combine over fucking Indy touchdown return.
So from Clan Country to the West Coast.
Yeah, I think it's a touchdown. Bring that shit
Indianapolis
to
was the
LA.
birthplace of the
We'll
Ku
be
Klux
there.
Klan. And who the
Just
fuck wants to
saying.
go to Indianapolis just to get a doctor's visit? Bro, you get the fuck out of my face. You
I
get
don't
the
wanna go
fuck
there.
out of my face. I would literally just be like, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, bro, I run a 40 in my backyard, bitch.
I just came here for cookout. That's it. For those who know, they know.
And the last one, Saints traded for Mark Ingram. Touchdown or turnover.
They got him from Houston, Texas, and Brandon Cook said this is some bullshit.
Yeah.
that was
Like,
Trade Brandon Cooks to the Raiders. Fuck it.
man,
let's do it.
that's the only reason why Brandon Cooks is saying this is bullshit. It's like, why the hell didn't you trade me? I have more value. Get me out of here.
I'm
Ingram-
fucking leading the team in receiving.
Is Ingram even rushing for more than 4 yards a carry?
Was he even getting the ball still?
He
Nope.
was.
Ingram is just like
At the beginning of the season, he was the lead back.
Ingram's going to be the short yardage back for fucking Kamara, which is hurting my fantasy team. So Ingram don't need to get shit. He's
Wah,
actually the
wah,
Saints
wah.
all
Kamara's
team.
happy.
He's the Saints all-time leading rusher.
Dude, the number one person in my fantasy league has Kamara, and it's just nonsense how freaking stable that team is.
I have Kamara and Chubb.
All right, well, let's close out the show. Himes, this is the time where we close out the show. This is your 1 to 2 minutes. Just speak to the people, whatever you didn't get to say, whatever you want to leave them with. Be motivational. It can be something you didn't get to say, something you're burning on. Whatever.
Don't say burning on. We might get sued.
Thank you.
Rome is burning.
That's
What?
awkward.
That's a pause.
Yeah.
How do you know he's burning and where?
Yeah, I
Pause.
appreciate that.
It's a drop.
Well, I want to just first
I know.
off and say thank you guys for having me on today. I know that it was very impromptu. I really appreciate the hospitality and the great conversation. Especially, I was able to distract you slightly, but it was a lot of fun.
I really think you were going to stay the whole time.
Yeah.
But once he
why
said,
not,
I
man?
didn't see it. Once I said, yeah, you know, he didn't see Iron Man. He tried to like fucking dox me over here
Yeah.
about Venom 2. And it's like, bro, you literally didn't see.
Are these your?
Let this man
Is,
talk.
is this your 2 minutes?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, come on. You already didn't help me out by talking to your friend for me, and then here I am now trying
Whoa,
to do my thing.
I did.
Pause.
I did. Let's not talk about that
No,
on the air.
let's leave it. Anyway, I just want to
You
take a
got
moment.
rejected. Just move on.
I just want to take the moment and say this to anyone that is out there and that is currently a New England Patriots fan, a Celtics fan, a Red Sox fan, and a Bruins fan. Things will be just fine. Kenny got to experience what it was like going to Fenway, and I thankfully got to go see a postseason game, and it was electrifying. New England is in good hands. So those out here in LA, things will be just as fine. The reason I want to mention this is because everyone should be good people. At a time more so than ever when we were getting very divisive, especially with culture, we're seeing guys like Dave Chappelle, whose literal livelihood depends upon making people laugh and gets paid to share his opinions and be the reflection or the unwelcomed reflection of America culture in real time. Why not try and accept that some people's opinions might not be for you and then respectfully decline to partake or not listen? It's just as simple as that. I'm sorry for those who feel that they are being offended, but in my personal opinion, and apparently with a lot of other people, they agree that Chappelle is merely doing his job. So allow this man to do his job and try and take a moment to step back and think whether your personal beliefs are getting in the way of the reality that you so choose to ignore in real time. And that especially goes for the Texas governor who claims that things are so fucked up in his state for specific reasons, but in reality, it's fucked up because he turned down and actually made it almost illegal to get an abortion. So get your shit together. Be good people. That's what it's about. Make family. La Familia.
Amen. That was a great one.
Fine.
That might have been the top 10 closing rant.
That's top
Top
five.
five. Top five. Damn,
Smoking
you
on
beat me
top
to it.
fives.
Top five. Top five.
I mean, I was being generous to us, but yeah, it probably was.
I mean, we've had some lizard. No one's topping us.
I don't
So
know.
you can be
That-
three.
I don't know. That was a pretty good monologue.
Pause.
That was a pretty good monologue.
That-
That was a pretty good monologue.
Pause, bro.
Dude,
Did you hear what
that-
this man said?
Wow, really?
No one's topping us. Pause.
Really. You tried hard.
Mouth is a mouth.
That's fucking nasty, bro.
Why don't you lean into the mic and say that for the fans in the
That was
back?
some nasty yik yak shit. Nah, he said that because like in college on my birthday, I said I was like, "Damn, it's my birthday. Shit lit. I'm trying to party or whatever." And
Take the
then
Gawk Gawk
You know, I
3000
forgot
from
about. I
anyone.
forgot about this story, but I'm gonna let him snitch on himself. Go ahead.
I don't care. I didn't end up doing anything anyway, except getting free beer. But like, so yeah, somebody was like, "Hey, you want to get some birthday head?" I was like, "Male." I put M or F, male or female. And then the person replied back, "A mouth is a mouth." And then the whole thread was like, "No." I was like, "No, bro. Like, a mouth is a mouth. No."
Was it Pete?
I know.
He's not clever enough to say something that funny. But like,
Oh, man.
he
Was
would
this
be
on,
like,
like chat roulette because you said male or female? Where the fuck was this?
this was
Yik
Yik Yak at his
Oh,
height in like
Jesus
2014 to 2016.
Jesus.
I never got my fucking
I
Yak
think it came
points
back.
cashed out. Yeah, when you take the app out and then re-download it, you lose all your Yak points. I was hot.
Damn,
Now
man.
they don't have that.
He had
Now
to go
you,
his birthday without
Wait, you
MRF.
tried to get
bro, I got
Bro.
some free shit.
Bro, this man went
got
on
some
his
free shit.
birthday without getting his male or female
Bro, people
Yak
were
Yak
hooking up on Yik
3000.
People were really hooking up off Yik Yak. I went to like 3 parties because of Yik Yak.
All right.
You're
Go ahead.
suspect, bro.
No, I actually got free liquor, like some free weed, free booze. I was like,
Yeah,
oh
were
shit.
there Quaaludes in
The
it?
dorm party.
You got
I mean,
Cosby'd?
one dude had some. No, I didn't. No, one dude.
Why'd
he
you have to take a minute to respond to that?
because
That
shut the
was
fuck up.
slow.
You're asking me 3 questions at once. Don't do this. This is a
This
law
dude
and
was like,
order.
what?
Nah, but he like this dude above us. He was like, "Yeah, I got free beer. We drank way too much. We're trying to get this shit away as long as you're at least 21." All right, cool. So I like backed up my homie because he was scared to go by himself. So all right, fine, I'll go with you. We get the beer. We two started talking. This motherfucker said he smoked DMT, and I was like, "What?"
He got Cosby'd 100% now.
I did
That's
it.
all I needed to hear.
I Cosby myself one time on accident.
Pill Cosby for the win.
It was no, there was I went to a party, got fucked up, and then went back to my dorm to study for finals, and then like ate some Papa John's pizza and almost died.
You know you can like talk off air, right? When the show's over.
I mean,
I
shit,
swear to
who
God,
didn't party and go-
I'm never committing a crime with you because I know that you will
I
never
didn't
keep
commit a
your
crime.
mouth shut.
I didn't commit
And
a crime.
then on top of it, I'll
Nothing I
have to
said was
go full
illegal.
Russian and get the mafia to kill you.
the Russian mafia doesn't exist.
No, you just do.
Alexin, those people.
You just do that cartoon thing
I only tell
where
him
he's
myself.
like talking, and then you just make your escape. That's what you
Dude,
do.
that's a fucking cartoon. This is real life. I'm a 6'1" Russian dude. It's gonna be easy to fucking spot me walking
Sure,
by.
why is your friend moonwalking in the corner? Oh,
Yeah, right.
He's on DMT. It's okay.
Yeah, you got Cosby that night. It's okay,
I didn't.
man.
No, I didn't.
Hey, man.
Never
All
did.
right,
Hey,
man. Fucking
take
give
my
her-
hand. It's
give her a
okay.
fucking round.
No, take your fucking hand. No, I dare you.
Take
But
my
nah,
hand.
salute to my nephew, man. Kid has my heart. Like for real. It's amazing. Like he turned 5 months today.
Baruch
And-
Hashem.
I got him his Halloween costume. It's gonna be nice. It's fun.
What is it?
The Space Jam Looney Tunes outfit. It's like a onesie.
Oh,
But he's like 5 months, but he's like 27. He's a big ass baby for like 5 months. So had to get him like the 6 month 1 year when my mom was got into a fight at the fucking at the Halloween store. It's just funny. Like
why?
some chick like stepped on her foot and wouldn't move out the way. And my mom, like, she's like, okay, I'll allow one of these things, but I can't allow both. So it's like I just watched my mom chastise a grown woman in front of her kids.
How'd it feel
I was just like,
Like
damn,
that time at McDonald's and he was 4.
when he got the Gawk Gawk 3000?
why would I get a Gawk 3000 when I'm 4 years old in McDonald's in East Oakland?
Because you're
That-
fucking
did get
balling, bro.
You did get the
Nah, but my mom is banned from McDonald's in East Oakland until this day.
I
Great
don't know.
times.
I really don't want to know why. Because you started that story out with Gawk Gawk 3000.
You
went to
started off with
mom
Gawk Gawk
and
3000.
McDonald's.
No, she punched the dude in the face for she punched the chick in the face for throwing cold fries at my sister. So fuck you guys. But nah,
well, maybe we finish the show. Fuck.
I would. But yeah, man.
One eternity later.
My nephew makes me a better person. That's like I'm seeing things through him that like make sense for some shit that I went through as a kid. Like that transition, like of like coming to your own person. I'm just like, oh
It's like
shit.
6 months old, bro. Like what? Like getting your diaper
Fuck
changed?
you. Fuck you. Okay,
What,
he's
like
not.
gaining-
No, he has healthy weight. Nah, it's just like
What, changing the diaper?
when you're being around children, like you realize like the value of life. Like you're usually jaded when you're around other adults. Or like you're just like been through so much shit, so you got shit to talk about. But it's like with a baby, because it's so simplistic, it's like
That's
damn,
called depression and anxiety.
life is actually like life isn't moving as fast as you think it is. You kind of step back and enjoy some shit. Like I never dressed up for Halloween, but now that my nephew like is dressing up, I'm excited. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go buy a
I
costume.
thought you were Ashy Man this year.
Fuck you, bitch. I'm never ashy.
Bro,
Are you gonna have rhythm this year?
are you gonna smell his knees to ensure that it's not?
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
You got to stop that.
I like
rumor.
the insure.
Bro, are you gonna go? What are you gonna go?
You
as-
can't even handle insure. Your stomach is fucked up. You can't even drink milk, bitch. Anyway,
What the fuck type of dig is that? You can't drink milk, you bitch. The fuck?
1/3 of the
Come
world
at me,
can't
bro.
drink milk.
technically, I'm not supposed to be drinking milk.
You know,
but
like
none
fucking-
of us are really supposed to be drinking milk. Technically,
Unless it's from
I don't
your
even-
mom's
ice cream is
tits.
delicious.
I
That's
don't
it.
even think cows are from here. Aren't they from
cows are
like
yeah,
East Asia? Weren't they brought here?
Okay, bro. I thought you meant like from another planet because you were just like,
I was like,
I
wow,
hope
Nah,
I don't
another
think cows are from
continent.
here.
that's
Like,
a
what?
wild fucking
No,
Reddit
well,
theory.
it was another fucking world back then.
That's a wild Reddit theory. Cows are from another planet. That reminds me from like Jibs used to be a search engine that people used.
Hey, you want to tell them about the
So
day you
this
got
brand
your
is
nephew?
definitely in the bottom.
I've been
five.
done already.
No. The day that
I
your
didn't
nephew
say
was
what I
born.
said.
No,
You
no,
guys kept trolling me.
no,
so I
no.
just said,
I'm
all right, fuck
asking
it,
you.
I'm gonna lean into
I'm
it.
asking you. Like, do you
I lean
remember?
into the rib.
Remember how you found out your nephew was born and then we were at the studio? You want to give him that story?
Nah, not ready yet. When he can talk,
Not
it'll be
safe for
funny.
radio?
When he comes
When he's
on,
a year old.
when he's like 3, when
Let's
he's like
just
4,
say-
and he can get on the mic and talk cute, this is gonna be a funny ass story.
Let's just say Pocket Burrito had a very wonderful experience. Wait, no, I'm just gonna end it there. Pause.
now it's more disturbing.
All right, fine. Like
Now it
very
sounds like I
wonderful
had to Sean
experience
Watson's.
finding out. Jesus Christ! All right, Robert Kraft. Finding out that that he had that the child was born and got to celebrate with us at the radio station and practically became a useless skeleton on the show that night. Apparently,
Bro,
Oh,
I didn't talk for 90% of the show, and they still went 2.5 hours.
Fuck.
He can't blame
Now
me.
plot twist, he didn't stop talking this episode.
I mean, I left.
So maybe the third time we get him really.
I gonna have to.
we learned 3
He'll
things.
find it. He'll
The three-
find it.
Top
Find
3
his
things
man.
we learned today. You were Cosby'd at a party once.
I wasn't. Wait, actually, no,
Your
that chick
friend
might have
had it
Cosby'd
rough
me.
and sounds like an episode of Law and Order SVU.
A chick might have Cosby'd me at a party. Now that I think about it.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, I'm
It
glad
ended
that we're
well, though.
helping
I
you
didn't get-
deal with your inner demons.
I didn't get
And,
raped. Whoa, chill.
whoa.
I didn't get raped, thankfully. But she definitely didn't tell me how strong that shit
This show's
was.
over. Like this is it. This is it. This is the last episode.
How do I get canceled for saying I got roofied? What the fuck?
Episode, bro.
How did I manage to be the one that brings out the worst in you? Somehow it's going to come back that the
'Cause of
Jewish
Russia,
guy.
bro.
No. Somehow it's going to come back where it's the Jewish guy that came on that ended Kenny's career just because I said some shit. And like then people are going to listen and go like, nah, he's just pretty much chilling.
Yeah, Kenny's doing good.
No,
just
not
need-
you, me.
We just need an Asian dude to have the Infinity Gauntlet.
I mean, I've been told I'm part
Why
of
it's got to
Asian.
be an Asian dude?
I've been told I've been part Asian. So
So the last one and a
did you
woman
see Shang-Chi?
You could just have a white
and a
person
BIPOC.
Why do you have to have a white person all the time?
because I'm not white. So it
You
evens out
are
the-
white.
I'm
You-
Jewish. Get
Russian
it straight.
is white. You said Russians are white.
Get it straight, my friend.
Russians are white.
No. Look at me. You will not get the end of it. I am Jewish.
You're from a European
No.
continent.
Listen to
You're
me.
Caucasian.
I am Jewish, and we get misconstrued as white because our skin pigmentation looks like that. But we didn't get stranded in the desert for years looking for our homeland to be called white. We are anything
You're not
but.
from the desert. You're from here.
You want to check your facts, my friend?
I mean, if you go further back, yeah, everybody's from somewhere else.
No. You don't know my family history. You might not want to start questioning things.
Where were you
don't know.
born? What state were you born?
Why does it matter to you? Why do you want to know my information?
Jesus Christ. It's a simple question. Now you're just
Where were you born? Where are you from? What minute were you born?
I grew up
I
in
wasn't
East
even
Oakland.
referring to you being white. I was just saying we'd have the infinity gauntlet of minorities if we had an Asian dude and a BIPOC person.
That we need a
Why the
we
fuck
need
you
a
say
woman then.
BIPOC?
Yeah,
fuck
that's what I
does
meant. A
BIPOC
woman
mean?
and a non-binary
Like
person.
black-
I'm sorry.
Black
BIPOC would be
intersectional
for
person
everything.
of color. There's too many fucking words, man. Shit.
Like
It's too many-
biopic?
It's like a shit. There's too many acronyms. Stop
BIPOC,
it.
the acronym is like
Black intersectional
it's
person
like-
of color.
So like a
Is that
black
what it is?
hermaphrodite?
BIPOC. B-I.
that's what BIPOC is.
Black.
So a black
B, intersectional I-P
Holy
person.
shit.
so a
O
black
of
hermaphroditic
C color.
person. A
I
black
thought it stood for
hermaphrodite?
like non-binary.
That's a whole different
Indigenous-
fucking thing.
No,
bro.
wait. So,
Non-binary.
wait,
indigenous,
just to
They all
clarify.
fit under that umbrella.
wait. Just to
It's
clarify,
complicated
this is
as
a
shit.
black hermaphrodite.
What?
Okay, never mind.
What? I don't know. I don't know where you just said.
No, black.
That's not what
intersectional.
BIPOC means.
Sir,
I'm not trying, no, I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm actually trying to understand.
This is the views
that
of
was
Alexander
quick
Hyde
statement. That was
reflect
quick
himself and only himself.
That was,
He was a
the
yes on
Camarillo. I have a
Oh my
Russian
God.
name, so I go by
Can
that.
you
That
even
was
say
Pete
it, man?
You
Camarillo.
said you're Jewish. Which one are you? You just said you weren't Russian.
That's the benefit of being
I'm
a Russian
confused.
Jew. I'm both.
all right,
that
man.
country
Well,
next
can I
to-
close out my damn?
What's that country next to Russia that doesn't say
Ukraine.
they're Russia? The Ukraine. There you go.
Mila Kunis.
All right, man. Only thing I'm gonna say is go to pstmedia.net. I just finished my fellowship and launched my newsletter.
Let's go, baby. Congratulations. Order your toaster strudel
Got
and go
his
to the
fellowship.
I
website.
had a lot longer of a thing to say, but I'm over it. I just
No,
wanna
fuck
go
that.
home.
Get your
I'm
shit
tired.
out. Get your shit out,
I'll-
King.
I'll say it
Pause.
another
Get your
day.
shit out, King.
Pause.
I'm good.
You're gonna forget next week.
I-
Say it now.
I'm good. I'm
We're
tired.
already in too deep. Just
Just
say
get it out. Just get it out. Whip it out.
I'll just say this, man. The biggest fight to burnout is finding your creativity, finding meaning in the work that you do. So sometimes that means having to take a step back and creating something for yourself, doing something on your own, doing something that you fully control. And that can really help you flip the burnout that you have from your 9 to 5, because that's going to give you the purpose, the meaning, the control, the belonging that you don't have necessarily when you're working for the man. Even if you are at the place or in the industry or doing the thing that you want, guess what? If you're working in this business, especially, or any sort of part of the media spectrum, you're going to face burnout, because that's just the way it works. Like, this
Yep.
thing is driven by attention. It's driven by being first, by hitting those deadlines, by being faster, better, and doing more with less. So no matter who you are, what level you're at, you're going to experience that. Best thing you can do is find ways to get through that, including creating your own thing, making it happen. And also, hey, exercise works too. Sex, that's cool. Sometimes alcohol, if you can control it. But yeah, man. So again, go to my newsletter. Just finished off my fellowship, Maynard 200. So I'm now one of 200 people who are being trained by the Maynard Institute to change journalism as storytellers, entrepreneurs, and executives. So I'm one, and now you can go follow my newsletter, pstmedia.net. Shout out to all the mentors from the Harvard Business School, the Undefeated, like all these different regional, national outlets who've coached us. Really excited for this next year of mentorship and just to keep growing. So that's it.
Baruch Hashem. Congratulations,
Thank
sexy.
you. Thank you. Shout out to the Good News radio station, Good News Sports. Shout out to Himes, Don't At Me, Courtside Radio. Check out all this shit. Himes LA, right?
Himes LA on
Himes
social
LA.
media
Himes
everywhere.
LA.
Don't at me everywhere, and also on all streaming services and YouTube.
And shout out to Tech Squad affiliates.
What's the Russian equivalent of YouTube?
YouTube. Actually,
it's probably
no. I'm
R-tube.
sorry.
It's probably R-tube.
No. It's Red Tube.
Woo!
And on that note,
Shout out to your favorite podcast app. Shout out to the X Squad affiliate. Shout out to FBC Radio, all of our affiliates. If you listen to this show, we fuck with you. Thank you.
Oh,
Have
wait.
a good week.
and
forgot one thing.
we explained we explained BIPOC properly, so that's like huge growth for us.
Okay. Also, to everyone that's
cancel
tuning in,
us.
we'd be remiss if we forgot to mention our great sponsor, Pornhub.com. We
And
really
what?
appreciate you doing what you do
I
with